Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Henry has it, turns the corner, he's inside the 5, he's at the goal line, he's into the end zone. Andrew Henry, 7-yard touchdown run, would not be denied.
High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports, and bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night.
Campbell to throw, fires it, he has Terry Canes. Canes is into the backfield at the 20, tripped up at the 15, still going, is into the end zone.
Now let's head out to the stadium. With a call of tonight's game, here's Ron Ruman.
And good evening on a beautiful night for high school football here on the 12th of September. We are live from Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove as the Rockets at 1-1 host the Trojans of York Suburban looking for their first win of 2014. This is Ron Ruman along with Gareth Hissong. Glad you're with us on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com. Gareth, they don't make too many nights better than this for high school football. This is, you might think, October 12th, but we'll take it for the third week of the season. Yeah,
what an incredible venue here at Papermaker Stadium, Spring Grove's home field. I remember we were here last year, maybe 2 years ago. They had a flyover with a helicopter.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see those festivities tonight, but I really enjoyed this venue.
It is beautiful, beautiful new turf field and a great vantage point here for us, thanks to Scott Govern, the AD, and all the folks here. But you know, two teams coming in here in different wavelengths right now. Spring Grove with a tough, close 4-point loss at Cumberland Valley to open the year, and then a good 10-point win here against Mechanicsburg last week. Suburban, on the other hand, two significant, lopsided losses, 44-0 last week to Northeastern. Northeastern's a good team, but Trojans yet to get it in the end zone, so they really need to kind of find themselves and get rolling for league play that starts next week.
It really come in on a down note, York Suburban, the visiting team, and really having a tough go getting anything going so far this year in the first 2 weeks. But as for this home squad and this home fan base, a lot of excitement, high expectations after two really exciting games and a big win last week against Mechanicsburg.
Yeah, and, Division I right now looks to be pretty wide open. I mean, Red Lion opened with a nice win, but then they got waxed last week. Dallastown so far looking good, 2-0. Central's off to the 0-2 start, and they have a tough game tonight as well. York High 0-2. So, Southwestern's 0-2. I think Spring Grove thinks they can make some noise in Division I this year. So.
Yeah, they certainly can. Their running game is explosive, and that's what they're going to lean on in every game throughout this year. And we'll see if they can develop the passing game a little more as we go.
This is the Flying Feet pregame show here on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com, our high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. We're going to take a break and come back. Gareth talks with the coaches in our Media One interviews. After this, you are listening to the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
Which is better, getting the perfect set, the perfect approach, and powering through the ball with the perfect hit, or reading the hitter, moving to the ball, and making the perfect dig? Flying Feet knows the answer. It all depends on which side of the net you're on. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is Central PA's home court for volleyball, featuring the names that know the game: Mizuno, Asics, and Adidas. Flying Feet offers volleyball spandex and shorts and the best selection of knee pads around. Flying Feet is also your active ankle connection, the same active ankle braces chosen by coaches and players at the college level. And because volleyball isn't just for the gym, Flying Feet carries a great selection of indoor and outdoor balls for working it out on the beach or in the backyard. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTimePA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to our Flying Feet pregame show. Our coaches interviews are brought to you by Media One. I'm Gareth Hissong, and joining me now coach of the home squad, Spring Grove Rockets, Coach Russ Stoner. Coach, how you feeling tonight?
Fantastic. How you feel tonight?
Wonderful, thank you. Your team came back from a tough opening loss to Cumberland Valley on the road and got a win against Mechanicsburg at home last week. How's the team feeling coming into tonight's game?
I think that with the win that we had last week, I think the kids are coming in with some good confidence. It's a great confidence builder when you play a quality team like Mechanicsburg and get a win.
You're averaging about 205 yards a game on the ground and 82 a game passing. Are you satisfied with that balance?
My biggest thing I'm satisfied with is if we win. So I don't care if it takes us 300 yards rushing and 10 yards passing or vice versa. I just want us to continue to try to win.
Joining us on our pregame coverage, brought to you by Media One, is head coach of Spring Grove Rockets, Russ Stoner. Coach, on defense, you forced some turnovers, and Suburban has struggled to run the ball. What's your defensive strategy tonight?
We're going to probably be high pressure again tonight, and we're going to rally to the football and see if we can continue on that trend of being on the positive end of the plus-minus with turnovers.
Next week starts league play. What do you want to see tonight to give you momentum for the league and to get to 2-1 on this year?
Our big goal is to basically, we'd like to try to play a clean football game tonight, limit some of the penalties, some of the mental mistakes that we made, and we want to finish drives, and we want to try to get as many 3-and-outs as we can tonight.
Coach, great seeing you again. Thank you for the compliments on how I look now. Keeping in shape. Good luck tonight. Good seeing you.
You are looking good.
That's coach of the Spring Grove Rockets, Russ Stoner. Our coach interviews are brought to you by Media One. We'll be back for more pregame coverage after this.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school, play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics Walk-In Injury Care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment, and both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the GameTime features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to our pregame coverage. Our coach's interviews are brought to you by Media One. I'm Gareth Hissong, and joining me now from the visiting squad, York Suburban Trojans, head coach Jeremy Jones. Coach, how you feeling tonight?
Hoping to get off the losing snide.
Yeah, tough 0-2 start for the team. How are you keeping the guys positive?
Just staying positive myself. A lot of team stuff. We still have the kids have team dinners, and our goals are still possible. We haven't played a divisional game yet, so that's one motive. We got to get better.
You've been struggling to run the ball. Anything you'll try differently tonight to create some running lanes?
Not trying anything different. We're going to continue to try to run the ball. Going into division play next week, we need to be able to run the ball. Same old mantra. If you can't run, you can't stop the run, you're not going to win.
Now, Spring Grove is a run-first team, so defensively, do you want to make the Rockets throw the ball tonight?
That's both teams that beat us running the ball. They haven't beat us throwing the ball, so we need to really focus on shutting down or slowing down the running game.
After tonight, you move into league play in Division II this year. What do you want to see from your squad tonight as you head into the league schedule?
Improvement, effort, taking a step toward to the ability they can play. The Division II thing doesn't scare me. Coming from West York, I've seen Division II. we're capable of playing. It's just a matter of, the kids stepping up and doing their jobs.
Coach, good speaking with you again. Best of luck tonight and going forward.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
That wraps it up for our coach's interview. We'll be back for more pregame coverage after this.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. They have offices in York and Dillsburg, and their practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York office at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics. Visit our new location at 1399 South Queen Street, opening in mid-August.
If you are one of the many people who have a 401k or IRA or other form of retirement savings, this info could be very valuable. The number one fear of most retired people is running out of money. Hi, my name is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. Most of you have accumulated a pretty handsome lump sum of money by retirement, but now what? How much can I take each month or year, and how long will it last? With historic low yields and high volatility in the stock market, where should I put my money? Well, there are ways to keep control of your lump sum and have a guaranteed income stream for life. So if you're uncertain or uncomfortable about your current retirement vehicle and what it will do for you, call me and I will show you how to have your own self-directed pension plan with a guaranteed income for life. Call me at 717-246-3879 or 487-2096. My website is tomdasherinvestmentservices.com.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY to schedule your next heating oil or propane delivery. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And welcome back to Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you on the Flying Feet pregame show. Time now for our Hunters Hill Ortho look around the league as the Spring Grove High School Marching Band takes the field. You'll be hearing them in the background. We'll try and catch a little bit of their show here for you. Some other key games tonight around the York Adams League. Red Lion hosting West York. Both teams 1-1, but West York coming off a tough, close loss to Dallastown. Red Lion was blown out last week.
Yeah, Red Lion comes off of a very bad loss by 41 points, so they're going to have to really rally around head coach Jesse Shea, who I think will get them back in shape and get them rolling ready for tonight's home game. And West York, if they can limit the mistakes, they had a disappointing 1-point loss last week to Dallastown, which we saw very exciting. But they can limit the mistakes, penalties, turnovers. I think they'll come out with the win.
Berks Catholic at York Catholic. Berks Catholic, one of the top teams in District 3 in AA. York Catholic 1-1. We had the first week a tough, close loss on the road at Northeastern. Got a big win last week against Susquehannock.
York Catholic needs to utilize those playmakers on the perimeter and get on the board early and often in this one. They're going to have to play 4 tough quarters. There's a guy named Pop Lacey for Berks Catholic. They're going to have to stop him to be successful.
Central is on the road at Hempfield. The Panthers off to an 0-2 start, and they're going on the road to face the Black Knights, who are 2-0.
The Black Knights, I think, if they play their tough defense, get some turnovers, they can come away with a win. Central's very young and not looking the best this year, and Hempfield's tough. They come out and play that stingy defense. They should come away with a win.
Now remember the last time Central started 0-3. Hanover 1-1. The Nighthawks getting a win last week. They are on the road at Eastern. The Golden Knights off to the 2-0 start.
Hanover has a nice balanced approach coming to this game. Quarterback Kyle Trout has 2 good targets in Dylan Krager and Colton Earnhardt, and a capable running back in Jordan Loffman. Eastern York can stop those guys. They'll be successful.
Northeastern 2-0. They're on the road at Susquehannock. The Warriors still struggling at 0-2.
In Northeastern, they have a lot to prove now. They lost their starting quarterback, Marcus Josie, big playmaker. We'll see how sophomore Blake Eisnig comes in and carries that team, see if they can get past Susquehannock.
Yeah, that's a real loss. Josie, a real double threat there. Penn Manor 1-1. They are on the road. Dallastown, the Wildcats, we saw them last week, off to the good 2-0 start. Penn Manor had a close win against Dallastown last year, so the Wildcats will remember that.
Yeah, Dallastown has a tall task in this one, trying to stop quarterback Tanner Ersman. He threw for 300 yards last week in a close loss to Lampeter Stroudsburg, and he has a performance like that tonight. Look out, Dallastown.
Redland 2-0 at Dover. This has been a real good series these two teams have played for the last several years. And Dover, tough 1-point loss to Boiling Springs last week. They have a lot of injuries, so see what the Eagles can do in that one.
Yeah, it was a tough, disappointing loss for them, but they come back get some run-stuffing defense like they had against Shippensburg in that first game this year and get their running attack going. They'll have a chance against Redland. Redland's good. And they have a senior, Phil Overton. He's very good at running back. He can get loose on the ground. Watch out for him, Dover.
Southwestern, the Mustangs 0-2. They're on the road at the Thundering Herd of Carlisle, 1-1. Can the Mustangs get off the schneid tonight?
We'll see if the special teams playmaker can make a splash on the board tonight for Southwestern, Andrew Hartlob. And if he makes some big plays, Carlisle will have some trouble. But Carlisle, tough team. They might get past Southwest tonight.
And the Bearcats of William Penn, 0-2. Two tough losses to Reading and McCaskey. They're on the road tomorrow at the 2-0 Harrisburg Cougars.
They've had two tough losses, as you've said, but if they get these playmakers going, James Way at quarterback and running back Bryce-Shawn Sweeney, they should be okay. They're going to need big performances for them tonight to be successful against Harrisburg.
All right, that's our look around the league brought to you by Hunters Hill Ortho. We're going to let the Spring Grove Band take us to break and come back with our starting lineups right after this. You are listening to the High School Football Game of the Week on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Crime, you know it can be a frightening and stressful time. You have a right to legal representation, which is crucial to assisting you through this difficult time. Criminal charges often carry consequences beyond fines, and often charges such as a DUI can have an impact on your driver's license, employment, and automobile insurance. The law offices of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins can help you in these matters. We have experienced attorneys who primarily focus on these areas and are prepared to represent your interests in a diligent and vigorous manner to achieve the best possible result for you and protect your rights under the U.S. Constitution. Our experience, skills, and candid advice will guide you through this process and help you obtain the best result under the particular circumstances of a case. Call us today at 757-7602 for a free consultation, or visit us at our website at gslsc.com. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins, 110 South Northern Way, York, Pennsylvania. Attorneys licensed in Pennsylvania and Maryland.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They towed my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in your, first in sports.
And welcome back to Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you here, getting ready for Spring Grove and Suburban tonight on the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com. Time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent. First, the visitors from York Suburban.
Starting for the visitors at quarterback, number 7, Thomas Merkel. Tailback, Liam McWilliams. Fullback, Zach Hoke. At wide receiver, Colin Mailman, Brad Smith. Tight end, Sawyer Robinson. Your tackles, Gavin Barkley, Will Peters. At guard, Andrew Sanchez, Dan Strong. And at center, Derek Lehman. For the home team, Spring Grove Rockets offense, at quarterback, number 10, Nick Erickson. He's a junior this year. At running back, Evan Greer. Other running back, Shea Fulmer. Wide receivers, Anthony Badia, Logan Hall, Nathan Young, and Marcus Kerr. At linebacker, Ryan Darity, Zach Stoutford, Jordan Brown, Evan Greer. Your defensive backs, Logan Hall, Brandon Tasker, and Ian Slavin.
All right, those starting lineups brought to you by Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent. Spring Grove hosting York Suburban tonight, the Flying Feet pregame show. We are going to take a break, come back at our weather and field conditions, injury report, and keys to the game. That's next on the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
If you're looking for experienced barbers and a relaxing atmosphere, come to Iacono's Hair Studio. 2030 South Queen Street in York. Iacono's is a family-owned business serving the York area since 1972. For high-quality grooming enjoyment and the professionalism of over 75 years combined expert experience, Iacono's is the place for you. For haircuts, for a straight razor shave, for a relaxing grooming experience for the best of the best in the business, visit or call Iacono's at 854-8258.
You've been told that you'll just have to learn to live with it. It often begins with a slight tingling in your feet, but over time the tingling turns to numbness, burning, and pain. It's called peripheral neuropathy, and we know what you're going through. At Leader Heights Healthcare, a DTS pain center, we've developed a proven and highly successful treatment program that's not only safe and effective, it's covered by Medicare and most insurance plans. There is hope. Call Leader Heights Healthcare, 741-4848. Online, leaderheightshealthcare.com.
For over 30 years, Quality has lived up to its name by providing the best solutions, service, and support for all of your office technology and furnishing needs in South Central Pennsylvania. From copy systems to network sales and custom programming or web design, let Quality help improve your workflow. Moving or looking to upgrade your work environment? Contact Quality to speak to our interior design specialist. When you're in the market for digital office technology, think of the knowledge, experience, and passion for excellence that defines Quality. And as always, have a quality day.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove. Ron Ruman, Gareth Hissong with you, getting ready for our Fast Signs opening kickoff. Now time for our Iacono Hair Design weather and field conditions. Well, the turf field here is always in great shape. Weather couldn't be better. 70 degrees, a light breeze, some wispy clouds. A perfect night for high school football. Injury report brought to you by Leader Heights Healthcare. The good news is nobody hurt. I want to pass along this update. Jake Garrity, who suffered a scary injury last week in our game, Dallastown, punter and defensive player. Jake Garrity, where I understand he had a concussion, but he is back in school, so things looking good for him, and thanks to Kevin Myers for passing that along. I know a lot of folks were praying and hoping for the best for Jake, and it looks like that's going to be the outcome. So that's our injury report from Leader Heights Healthcare. Our keys to the game from Unique Physique. Let's start with the visitors. Gareth, York Suburban.
They've got to find their identity. They've got to get something going on the ground if they're going to be successful tonight. In their first game, they came out on 30 attempts and rushed for 20 yards. You're not going to win ball games with that kind of statistics.
That's for sure. How about the homestanding Spring Grove Rockets?
Well, they're also going to need to get the running game going because that's what they rely on every game. Not big in the passing area. They like to get on the perimeter and run those outside tosses and some quarterback zone read plays. Look for them to be running wild on the perimeter tonight.
All right, those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Unique Physique. And an update on a couple of Spring Grove players from last year. Athletes, David Shaw on the roster of Maryland, so he's a Terp. Don't know if he's playing or redshirting this year. Is listed as a defensive lineman, and so he'll be in Beaver Stadium on November 1st. The Terps and Randy Edsel, head coach, Susquehannock High grad, joining the Big Ten this year, so that'll be exciting. And also Kyle Missick, an outstanding defensive back we saw make some plays last year against West York. He's starting on the defense, the nickelback for Susquehanna University, and understand he had a good opening game against Lycoming last week. So a couple of Rockets making impact at the college level.
Yeah, Missick was fun to watch last year. He was a rocket, if you will, off the edge at outside linebacker.
He was. So little college update there for you for the Spring Grove Rockets as Suburban takes the field as well. We're going to take a break, fans, and we'll come back with the Fast Signs opening kickoff next. York Suburban at Spring Grove. Our high school football game of the week on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
We are Penn State. Are you? Attention high school juniors and seniors, adult learners and veterans. Do you want to become a Penn State student? Don't miss the Penn State York event, October 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Learn about the admission process, meet faculty and students, investigate financial aid options, and tour the York campus. Explore the major programs offered at Penn State York and our university-wide 2+2 program. Lunch will be provided. Call Shelley at 717-771-4040 or email mdravick@admissions.psu.edu.
True Value Plus has a rather colorful question for you. Do you want the wall color you love to stay richer and truer longer? Yeah, we thought so. And if that's the case, True Value suggests insisting on super premium Aura interior paint by Benjamin Moore. Stop by True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and see for yourself why Aura sets the standard in excellence. Formulated with Benjamin Moore's proprietary color lock technology, Aura ensures that the color you love will stay as beautiful and vibrant as the day it was painted. And that matters, so you'll only change the color when you want to. Plus, Aura is scrub and fade resistant, provides superior surface protection, and comes in every color you can imagine. Aura by Benjamin Moore. No paint is more enduring. Benjamin Moore, for everything that matters. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And the rocket red bells of unbursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of
All right, outstanding job. I'm going to ask if we can get the names of those two young folks from our PA announcer, Rick Miller, here to give them some credit for the job they did on the anthem. They were outstanding here, and appreciate that from them tonight as they did an a cappella job on a tough song to sing.
Maria Hildebrand and Ricky Bobbitz.
All right, and they did a great job here to get us started with our national anthem here tonight.
Fun. One of these times I'm going to get down there and get on the vocals for that national anthem.
They will not invite us back. Although you did get props from Russ Stoner. He said you're in good shape, so that's nice to hear on the
I'm looking
pregame
good.
talk.
I get to the gym maybe once, twice a week.
I'm sure you do. You are in good shape. I try, but it doesn't seem to help much. Anyway, we're ready for our Fast Signs opening kick. Suburban won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so Spring Grove will receive. They'll go right to left as we see it here, and Shea Fulmer and Brandon Tasker are deep for the Rockets, and booting it away for Suburban will be Jonas Atkinson. Spring Grove in the home blue uniforms with black helmets, white numbers, and white pants. Suburban, the traveling unis, black helmets with the orange logo, white jerseys, black numbers, black pants, and the orange trim. So we are ready to go for week 3 of high school football. Glad you're with us. Next week, be at Dover as the Eagles host the Warriors of Gettysburg, as Gettysburg will play its first league game since joining the York Adams League this year. Hope you're with us then. And Gareth has taken a week off. Andy Bria, my basketball partner, glad to say, just texted me tonight, and he'll be joining me next week in the booth, so we'll catch up on what Andy's doing with the grandkids.
Upset I'm missing out. That should be a good matchup.
I hope
nice
so, yeah.
Introduction for Gettysburg.
Absolutely. Hopefully Dover gets some of their injured players back, because they are expecting big things from the Eagles this year. All right, so we will see what Suburban can do. They have yet to reach the end zone this season, so not a team to get well against, though, I don't think, the Spring Grove Rockets.
No, not likely. I think we're going to see a heavy dose of this fullback, Shea Fulmer, in this first series for the Rockets.
And Jonas Atkinson to approach the ball for the Fast Signs opening kickoff, and we are underway. Oh, it's a pooch kick, almost an onside-er, and Suburban may have gotten it.
They got the ball.
I think they
Suburban
did.
Ball.
Yes, it is, and a good hustle and play down there for Suburban. DeJour Henderson, as he pooched it straight up in the air, and Suburban, a la Andy Reid in his first game with the Philadelphia Eagles way back, takes the onside kick. And hey, when you're 0-2 and haven't scored, you got to take some chances, and the Trojans have it at the Rockets' 36-yard line, and DeJour Henderson was the guy that hustled down there and got that thing just before it went out of bounds, and a well-placed kick by that young man, Jonas Atkinson.
Yeah, that was a perfect little sky kick right there. Just plop it over that first line of the receiving unit right. See this Spring Grove. They're going to be a little furious after that, after getting tricked like that. See this defense comes out breathing fire.
Suburban spreads them out 4 wides, 2 each way. McWilliams in the backfield with Merkel puts a man in motion, and they hand it off, trying to run wide, and nothing doing. They are going to lose as they handed it off that time to Teague Hoffman, who was in the backfield. And he is going to have a loss of 4 back to the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 14 as we see, again, Suburban continuing to have some trouble running the football right off the bat. On 2nd down, Merkel flares it out to Jimmy DeGlaris, and he's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open. It's Mailman. He catches it at the 10. He's into the end zone. Colin Mailman on a trick play, and they did not cover him. So Jimmy DeGlaris on the pass. It was a little flare out behind the line, and a perfectly laid out ball there on a 40-yard touchdown pass to Colin Mailman. And, hey, they're pulling out all the stops tonight, but that was a well-designed and well-executed play by the York Suburban Trojans, and they go up 6-0 with 11:22 left in the first period.
Looks like the Trojans of Troy right there, pulling out all the stops, trying to trick their enemy and get something going here early. Impressive plays coming out right now. And I'll tell you what, Jeremy Jones, no let-up for this team. He's trying to make all the splashes he possibly can.
Well, you know what? You got to try something. That worked. Here's the extra point attempt. The kick by Atkinson is up. It is through. The home crowd is looking around like, what the heck happened? We have played 38 seconds. Our score is Suburban 7, Spring Grove nothing. This timeout brought to you by your neighborhood Surefine Markets. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
When it's time for preventive maintenance on your vehicle, don't take it to just anyone. At Fink's Garage, you know you found a name you can trust. We're a Napa Auto Care Center located at the rear of 929 Linden Avenue in York, and the technicians we employ are trained professionals. We hope knowing that we're here to serve you gives you peace of mind. Call us at 854-5175 for an appointment. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us fix your car at Fink's.
Hi, this is Jeremy Jones, head coach of the York Suburban Trojans. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
And we are back now, ready for the Fast Signs kickoff again, and it will be teed up again by Jonas Atkinson. I don't think they'll try the onside kick this time.
No, it seems like we were just right here, Ron, with the receiving unit out here for the Spring Grove Rockets. Trojans kicking off. And this is not the beginning of the game. Surprisingly, there's already points on the board, 7-0 York Suburban.
Suburban's ahead of the game where they've been the last 2 weeks, and here's the kickoff. This one's deep. It's a low liner. It's going to be taken by Fulmer at the 4. Fulmer will come up the near sideline now. Looks like he has a bit of a opening and just tripped up. He's out about the 35-yard line, and I think the guy who was able to trip him up there was Justice Ghetto on the special teams for Suburban, or Fulmer was off to the races there. But they were able to bring him down at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 from there for the Spring Grove Rockets.
I think we're going to see a very upset and furious offensive line for the Spring Grove Rockets. Look for them to get it going early.
Nick Erickson working out of the gun, flips it to Fulmer. Fulmer has a big hole on the right side, and he's into the secondary, tackled from behind. Nice tackle by DeJure Henderson, but it follows an 8-yard gain to the 44 for Fulmer on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down and 2, and hustling up to the line, no huddle offense are the Spring Grove Rockets.
You're going to see this all night tonight. Spring Grove Rockets line up in the shotgun formation, twins, 2 receivers to each side of the field, and try to get on the edge with the running attack.
Put a man in motion. It's Slavin toward us, and a keeper by Erickson. Big hole up the middle. He's got a 1st down and more. He's down to the 46-yard line of Suburban. Hit is made there for Suburban by Will Peters, a senior defensive end, but that is down to the 42-yard line of Suburban, and that is a 12-yard gain for Nick Erickson and a 1st down, and they're blowing holes wide open in that defensive front.
And what this read attack does is really puts the defense on their heels, makes everyone stay at home, and creates those running lanes.
And Fulmer straight up the middle this time, and this time Suburban, middle of that defensive line, stayed home and made the play, and Fulmer goes down for no gain. In the middle there is defensive tackle Dan Strong, a 6'1", 221-pound senior, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Spring Grove Rockets at the Suburban 42.
They'll try to mix it up a little bit, go up the middle. Sometimes they'll run a veer-looking play, but really what they want to do is get on the edge and get these legs moving for their quarterback, Nick Erickson. Shea Fulmer can do some things up the middle, so watch out, Trojans.
Slavin in motion toward us, and play fake. Erickson has it up the middle, has a nice hole, and puts his head down near a 1st down. Is going to be about a yard short. Kevin Motes on the stop from his defensive end spot. That's a gain of 8 down to the 26-yard line for Erickson. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Rockets from there.
Pretty evenly matched up front. Dan Strong at tackle for the Trojans, and David Klein, 200, 221 respectively. You see a lot of 220 pounds across the board on the offensive line.
So 3rd down and 2 now, and a motion away from us goes Fulmer. They're going to do a little sweep there with Erickson. Has some blockers, has the 1st down the far sideline, and they finally push him out of bounds. But he got inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, and that was a pickup of 7 for Erickson, and that is a 1st down. He had the team out in front of him blocking there. So 1st and 10 from the 19, and that will put them in the, if I could only find it here, the Jack G. and Volvo Dealers red zone, and I did. 1st and 10 at the 19 for the Rockets now. Driving, looking to tie this thing up, and they straight ahead of Erickson. Faked it in the backfield. Erickson is down around the 10-yard line, and I think he's got a 1st down. He's close to it anyway. They are really doing a good job on the fakes and getting running room for Erickson, and where they place this thing at the apparently just shy of the 1st down. Yes, all right, so it's gain of 9 for Erickson. 2nd and very short. Erickson working out of the gun as Slavin next to him. Puts a man in motion. It's Fulmer. And gives it to Fulmer trying to run wide. And Suburban has this one pretty well cut off. And Sawyer Robinson makes the hit in the backfield. They're going to drop him at the 14-yard line. It's a loss of about 5. So that's going to set up a 3rd down and about 6. And that time the Trojans well defended that when they had the corner cut off.
Yeah, Sawyer Robinson and Justice Ghetto right there, sealing up the edge, not letting any running range on this outside perimeter where the Rockets really like to get most of their yards.
So it sets up a 3rd down and about 5.5. Ball at the 14-yard line of Suburban. 8:09 left in the 1st quarter. Suburban up on Spring Grove, 7-0. Big hole for Fulmer on the right side. Cuts it back inside the 5 and into the end zone. Shea Fulmer standing up on the 14-yard TD run with 8:01 left. And we are within an extra point of being tied. And I'll tell you what, huge hole, and Fulmer made the nice cut.
Yeah, see, a little bit more of a methodical drive, a little bit more customary to what you see in these early goings in the football game compared to how the Trojans scored on their trick play, their first series. Good job by the Rockets, staying consistent, keeping the ball on the ground, and getting 6.
And a flag flies as we come out for the extra point attempt. Andrew Lukabaugh will kick it. He's got quite the leg. And we have an illegal substitution or illegal formation, that might be, against Spring Grove. That'll move him back 5. It will not be an issue for the distance, for sure, for this guy.
Yeah, he's out there kicking 50 yards before the game started.
And Logan Hall will be the holder on the point to attempt to tie this thing up now. So Lukabaugh paces it off. Gets the snap. The set is down. The kick is up. It is through. And he missed it. So, PAT no good. So with 8:01 left in the Dasher Financial first quarter, our score, York Suburban 7 and Spring Grove 6. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we're back here at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove. Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you for the Fast Signs kickoff. 7-6, Suburban leading Spring Grove, 8:01 left in the Dasher Financial first. Let's get our scoring recap from Yorktown Roofing and Siding.
65-yard drive, 6 plays in 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Drive is capped off with a 14-yard touchdown run by Shea Fulmer. And with 8 minutes here in the first quarter, York Suburban leads 7, and after a missed field goal, Spring Grove 6.
All right, and Andrew Lukabaugh will approach it and hits it, booms it deep, and it's going to be taken by Theo Henderson at the 4 on the near side, cuts to the far side, trying to set up some blocking for him there at the 20, and hit and goes down at the 19. Ian Slavin down there making a nice open field tackle on special teams, and Henderson might be hurt. He's on the ground. Looked like he might have had a chance to turn the corner there, but Slavin with the tackle to bring him down at the 19, and Henderson still down on the field there at the 19. And they're calling for some assistance here. So you always hate to see that. We had a scary injury last week. Now, he's moving all the extremities, nothing like that. Could be an arm injury. I don't want to speculate a whole lot, but they call the Spring Grove trainer over to assist. We had the injury last week to Jake Garrity from Dallastown. He was down on the field for some time. We understand he was actually unconscious. And
that was scary.
It was. We thought it might have been a neck injury. Fortunately, it wasn't, and we're told by Kevin Myers yesterday that the young man did suffer a concussion, but he is back in school, so all things looking good for Jake, and we're very glad of that. So Henderson there on the Theo Thomas. I'm sorry, I called him Theo Henderson. My apologies. Theo Thomas was the young man who was returning that kickoff and took it all the way across the field. They were trying to set it up there, and Slavin was able to get through. If he didn't make that tackle, Thomas had some running room down the far sideline there, but unfortunately when he went down, he was obviously in some pain, and they're working on him right now.
Yeah, I think head coach for York Suburban being a little coy in the pregame when I was talking to him, talked about him. He said they're not going to change their identity. They're going to try to get the running game established, keep things, basic, and just try to get going and get off this losing skid they've had. But came out in that first drive, tried a running play, nothing doing. Then they threw a little bubble screen. Looked like it was going to be a conservative play. Ended up being almost like a halfback toss pass with the bubble screen pass.
Yeah.
Connected for 6. Shot in the mouth right away against these Spring Grove Rockets.
Get you a GSLSC scoreboard update here in the first quarter. Fairfield 2, Carson Long nothing. I wonder if that's a forfeit. Could be. In the first quarter, Hempfield up already in Central 7-0. Gettysburg leads Waynesboro 7-zip in the first. Biglerville up on New Oxford 7-0. Lancaster Catholic up on Littlestown 7-zip in the first. Mechanicsburg up on Northern 7-0 in the first. And that looks like about what we have. Kennerdale up on York Tech 7-0 in the first. So that's your GSLSC early scoreboard update.
Yeah,
so
not many games get started as fast as this one we've seen here tonight.
And Theo Thomas able to walk off under his own power, so we'll see what the deal is there. All right, Thomas Merkel under center for Suburban, backs in the eye behind him, and Spring Grove crowding the line. They know they have trouble running the ball, and they hand it off, bounces off the first man, does the deep back, but still going to end up losing about a yard. On the play is DeJure Henderson. So it's going to be second down and about 11 for Suburban from their own 18-yard line.
Yeah, making the play right there is Nick Erickson. I'm sorry. Got number 19, Evan Greer, stuffing the fullback right there, giving no lanes for the running back, and allows his teammates to come in and clean up the play.
Second and 11 at the 18, 7:20 on a turning clock here in the Dasher Financial First. 7-6 Suburban leading. 4 wides, 3 in a bunch to the near side, 1 to the top, and a man in motion now. Merkel takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it across the middle. Ball is tipped. Boy, it was up for grabs, and it's incomplete. It's going to be third down and 11. He had a man open here. Brad Smith was wide open. He went for DeGlaris instead, but if he had hit Smith, he would have had first down and maybe some more.
Merkel off target right there, and you see a little curl flat pattern right there, and the curl wide open for Brad Smith. No one around him, just sat in that zone. In the window of that zone right there, Merkel not able to connect.
Yeah, he really was open and, just went to the wrong guy that time. So third down and 11.
You look at the start that the Trojans have. These are the kind of plays that are indicative of how their season's gone so far. You can't miss things like that. Those missed plays and leaving plays on the field are drive killers.
3 seconds on the play clock. They got to hustle and get this snap off, and they are not going to do it, and they're going to take a timeout, I think, before the penalty would have happened there. So Suburban takes their first timeout as they were about to run out of the clock. So Jeremy Jones calling timeout with 7:09 left in the first, and Suburban's still up 7-6. But if they don't convert here, they're going to have to punt it, and Spring Grove figures to get in good field position, and the Rockets just moved the ball methodically down the field, Gareth, when they had it on their first drive.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be tough to methodically move against a defense like the Spring Grove Rockets, who were tough last week on defense, only giving up 7 points against Mechanicsburg and not being able to run the ball so far this year. The Trojans, it's going to be tough to do, and even down there on the field before the game, I could tell a big size difference between these two teams, and that doesn't bode well in a physical, violent game like football.
No. 7:09 left here in the Dasher Financial First. 7-6 Suburban up off a onside kick on the opening kickoff, and then a trick play, a lateral to the halfback, or one of the other receivers, really DeGlaris, who hit a wide open Colin Mailman on a 40-yard touchdown. Now third and 11 for Suburban, their own 18. 4 wide receiver set. Spring Grove, they may have jumped, and they did. They were looking to bring some linebackers blitzing that time, and I believe Ryan Doherty, a sophomore, may have gotten across a little early, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Rockets, so that'll make it third down and 6 now from about the 23.
You'll see it a lot from these linebackers, a lot of movement pre-snap and trying to mess up their blocking assignments of the offensive line. It can be very confusing, but with these zone schemes, it helps out a lot when you got linebackers moving around like that. You just got to move as a unit on the offensive line. Elephants on parade is what they call it.
Is that right? Okay. Well, there's only 5 guys to block because they've got 4 wide receivers, and they have 1 running back in there now. McWilliams is there to help out. And again, the backers teasing and fake to McWilliams across the middle to DeGlaris, and a little bit in front of him. Pretty good coverage by Tasker that time. DeGlaris unable to bring it in. And so on the incompletion, it's going to be 4th down for the Trojans, and that will bring us to our first Fink's Garage punt of the night.
Nice hands right there by Brandon Tasker, knocking the ball down, hitting the hands of the receiver. But you'd like to see DeGlaris come in with strong hands, help his quarterback out and make a play.
Yeah, because he really had inside position. They have some open routes here, does Suburban. So if they can just get the guys to go to the right receiver or hang on to the football, we'll be in good shape now. And Suburban looking to punt now. Dustin Knobb will boot it, and can't pick up who's deep for Spring Grove. And does Suburban take another timeout here? I think they might have. They have, so they've taken 2 already. As there seemed to be a little confusion about who might have been out there for Suburban. So Jeremy Jones out there to talk to his guys. 7:05 left still in the first period. It's 7-6 here, Suburban up. But you still feel the momentum tilting Spring Grove's way here.
Yeah, that's Autocolius Chisholm back there to return for the Spring Grove Rockets and see if he can get something going. They're definitely going to have good field position, barring not a muff punt, not a muff catch here.
Good job on the name.
I stared at it for a good while to try to get that down.
All right.
You had a tough one last week you pulled out.
Yeah,
I wasn't even going to attempt.
I forget what that was, yeah. Dustin Knob to boot it for Suburban. He's not very deep. So hopefully he can get this and get it off quickly. You risk a block here. Suburban putting a man in motion. And Knob does kick it. Boy, straight up in the air almost.
Ball was tipped.
Okay, it was hit. It's at the 40. And it's going to be down at the 41-yard line. So Spring Grove taking over in great field position at the 41-yard line of Suburban here. With 6:56 left here in the Dasher Financial First. Right now, Suburban still up 7-6.
Yeah, it was Ian Slavin right there getting through pressure on the edge, able to get a hand on the ball. And great field position as you said, the Spring Grove Rockets start out on the 41-yard line of the Trojans.
Nick Erickson comes out. He's got two backs behind him, Greer and Stauffer, I believe, or Slavin. And they give it a big guy, Greer, off the right side. Not much there. Got about 2. Now just inside the 40. So it's got to be 2nd down and 8 from right there.
And to this point, you haven't seen absolute dominance with the offensive line of Spring Grove, but I think as we go on, you'll see this defense wear out a little bit as they try to get to the perimeter and get those guys, as they call them, the big uglies, tired up front for the Trojans.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And we have 4 wide receivers now, 3 to the near side, 1 to the top. Erickson on a pitch to Fulmer, and there was a clip here. This one's coming back. Saw that right in front of us as a block in the back was made on the set in the corner there for Suburban that time. Was Justice Gettle, and he was blocked in the back right in front of us. So that's going to bring it back.
I think we're bad luck for Spring Grove. They have a lot of penalties when we were here. Last year we were here, they had 13 penalties.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There's a lot of false starts last year, some offsides on the defense. I don't think Kyle Missick was the culprit, but
no, I'm sure he wasn't.
They miss him coming off the edge. He was exciting to watch.
He was, and DeAndre Gaskins played defensive end for them. He was a 3-year starter. He was a
great rusher.
Yeah. So that's going to set it back to the 50, and it's going to be 2nd down and 19 from there for the Spring Grove Rockets. 6:16 left. Erickson looking to throw for the first time. Rolls right, fires it. Man, wide open. It's Hall at the 40 and is dragged down at the 36-yard line there by Henderson. So it's going to be a gain of 14, and I'll set him up with a 3rd down and about 5. Boy, he was just wide open in the middle of that defense that time.
And that's what they like to do with this junior quarterback, Nick Erickson. They like to get him on the run when they throw. You don't see him sitting in the pocket much.
So 3rd down and a long 5 now, and Erickson rolls to his left now. Pressure comes in, and he fires it just as he was hit. As Hall again down to the 26-yard line where he's tackled by Mailman, but that's a gain of 10, and it's going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Spring Grove Rockets.
Good job by Mailman hauling that in, finding the open hole in the zone, window shopping, sitting in that open zone, getting the 1st down for the Rockets.
Hall came in with 7 catches and 79 yards in 2 games, and Erickson rolling right now, away from the pressure. Now he runs up the middle, big hole. He's inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line at the 17. They're going to mark it where he was submarine a yard short of the 1st down, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 1 from there for the Spring Grove Rockets as Hall saw the opening and took it. Hall comes up limping now, and that's their quarterback. They're holding the lower right leg there, so officials stop the clock here, and Hall goes down on the field. Boy, you hope that's not an injury. That obviously would have a major impact on the Spring Grove Rockets, and certainly for the young man, you hate to see it.
It's their starting quarterback, number 10, Nick Erickson, who's on the ground holding his knee. Tried to get off on his own power, and they told him just to get down, let him check it out. This could be detrimental.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. He is 2 of 2 tonight for 24 yards passing, but also 5 rushes for 45 yards early on. So this would certainly be a loss for the Spring Grove Rockets if he is unable to continue here tonight. Spring Grove driving here. They're down 7-6, 5:18 left in the Dasher Financial First, but it's 2nd and 1 for Spring Grove at the Suburban 17-yard line.
Yeah, I believe it's number 7. Quarterback Jacob Mastersmith will be the backup quarterback to spell Erickson if he can't play.
All right, well, they are attending to Nick on the field right now. It's the right leg, the lower part of the right leg where the issue is. Get you another scoreboard update. That was not a forfeit by Carson Long. Fairfield now up 16-0 over Carson Long in the first quarter. So we get you a GSLSC scoreboard update. Eastern has taken a 7-0 lead over Hanover. Let's see. Mechanicsburg up on Northern 14-0. Northeastern has a field goal. They're up in the second quarter 3-0 on Susquehannock. Southwestern has taken a 3-0 lead on Carlisle in the first period. Bermudian up on Shippensburg 7-0 in the first quarter. West York 7, Red Lion 0 in the first quarter. And Kennerdale 7, York County Tech 0 in the first quarter. So Erickson is up, and he's going to come out at least temporarily. Seems to be walking pretty well, so he may be able to return. But Jacob Messersmith, the sophomore, will be in at quarterback now. 5'11", 160-pound sophomore on this 2nd down and 1. He has Slavin in the backfield with him and 4 wide receivers, 3 near side, 1 top. And Messersmith rolling to his left now, looking to throw, fires it, and has a man. Hall again. Boy, they didn't miss a beat down to the 8-yard line as he's dropped there by Gettle, but 9-yard pass. He looked pretty sharp there for a guy coming off the bench.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see is not as much of a running style from Messersmith. Is not going to keep the ball in his hands as much as they did with Erickson. And I could be wrong because they practice this a lot, but both quarterbacks I saw throwing on the run as if they're rolling out as they commonly do. And Messersmith looked pretty good pregame.
First and goal at the 8 now. Messersmith again out of the gun, has Fulmer in the backfield with him and gives it to Fulmer looking to run wide, and he's hit in the backfield by DeJure Henderson and goes down at, may have gotten about 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd and goal from there. Good hit by Henderson, knocked the pins right out from under him. So it's 2nd and goal from about the 7-yard line.
We'll see if they try to pound it, be hard-nosed, try to go up the middle here. They like to get on the perimeter. And Fulmer, he's a strong guy. He can go up the middle. He's 6 foot, 180-pound senior.
2nd and goal from the 7 now. Jacob Messersmith running the show, and he's going to throw. Rolling to his right, fires toward the end zone, overshot his man, Logan Hall, and Hall, I think, would have been out of bounds in any case if he had been able to bring it down. So it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line now for Spring Grove at the Suburban 7. 4:10 left here in the first period, and Suburban leading at 7-6.
Difficult when you can't settle your feet and throw a pinpoint pass when you're on the run. It's a little tougher to get that pinpoint pass, hit your target right there, and throws it out of bounds, out of the outstretched hands of Logan Hall.
They've thrown exclusively to Hall so far. He's caught 3. That was the first one they missed. So 3rd and goal now, and they'll set up with 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Slavin in the backfield with Messersmith. They put a man in motion. It's Fulmer. And they're rolling this way now, looking to throw, looking, fires it, and it's picked off at about the 3-yard line by Sawyer Robinson, who returns it out to the 19-yard line. So Messersmith was looking for Fulmer in the end zone, and the INT by Sawyer Robinson returns it out to the 19. So on the turnover, Suburban dodges the bullet, and they maintain the lead here with 4:04 left in the first.
Yeah, certainly not what we predicted out of this Trojan team here. Did not expect them getting on the board first, and we did not expect these big plays on defense. But when you got a second-string quarterback coming in trying to take over, sometimes you're going to miss those defenders underneath, and Aaron throw right there.
That turnover in the Jack Giambalvo Dealers red zone, and boy, those red zone turnovers can be game changers. So Suburban at their own 19 now takes it over, and they'll spread it out with 4 wide receivers. Merkel hands it straight ahead to Liam McWilliams to the 21, so he gains 2, but at least they got a little bit of a hole for him that time, and if they can run it just enough to keep those linebackers honest from blitzing on the pass, that'll help out. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, injury update on the senior wide receiver for the York Suburban Trojans, Theo Thomas. He was hurt returning a kick on the return. They say it's a dislocated elbow, and his return is not looking good for tonight.
Oh, that hurts. He was obviously in some pain, so wow.
He's a big playmaker for them.
2nd and 8 now at the 21. Suburban with it in a 7-6 lead. Oh, the ball is snapped, and Merkel wasn't ready for it, and I think Spring Grove has it. And they do, as that was a la the Super Bowl and Peyton Manning there, and coming out of there with the football was Brooks Stauffer for Spring Grove, as Merkel was trying to get Mailman in motion, and he was looking out to his receiver, and the ball was snapped. And so the fumble by Suburban turns it right back over, and they had the momentum off that Sawyer Robinson interception, and now Spring Grove has it back at the Suburban 18.
A little bit of give and take here. They get the ball and get it right back.
Yeah.
Now what you want to do in this Trojans offense when playing against what seems to be a superior team in Spring Grove, giving them extra life.
Messersmith still in there at quarterback now, so Logan Hall not playing, and Evan Greer trots on at the last minute for Spring Grove, and they line up under center. Now everybody tight in here, and they pitch it to Fulmer, looking to run wide now, cuts it back up inside the 15, running hard inside the 5, and into the end zone. Shea Fulmer, 18-yard touchdown run, and right after the turnover, the Rockets strike Fulmer's second TD of the night, and the Rockets take the lead 12-7 with 3:14 left here in the Dasher Financial First.
Good job by the Trojan defense right there, turning them back inside where your help is, but no help for the Trojan defense, and Fulmer right there making some moves, negotiating his way for 18-yard touchdown scamper.
So 3:14 left here in the first, and Spring Grove takes the first lead of the night, and they're going to go for 2 as they missed the first PAT. And under center is Memphis Smith. He fumbled the football, picks it up, and it's hit in the backfield. So PAT again, no good. So that makes it 12-7. Spring Grove's doing it all right except the PATs right now. So they lead at 12-7 with 3:14 left here in the Dasher Financial first quarter. And I think we'll keep it here because we got a break coming up here at the quarter in just a moment or two. So Suburban really had the momentum after that interception by Sawyer Robinson. They need to do something to get it back now because they've given up some big runs to Fulmer and Erickson, although Nick Erickson, the quarterback for Spring Grove, was injured, and they were working on his right leg here on the sideline. I don't see him here right now, but we'll see what happens there. But let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Well, after they get a fumble on defense, they go 8 seconds, 18 yards, one play, 18-yard touchdown run by Shea Fulmer. That puts us with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Spring Grove, the home team, 12, York Suburban, 7.
All righty, and Andrew Lookenbaugh will kick it for Spring Grove now. 3 deep men for Suburban on our Fast Signs kickoff. And Lukenbaugh approaches the football and boots it. Good deep kick, high kick. It's going to be taken at the 1-yard line. Straight ahead to the 25. That is out to about the 29-yard line for Suburban. That was Jimmy DeGlaris. And so Suburban will start at about their own 29-yard line, trailing now for the first time 12-7 in this football game.
Great job right there by number 68, Derek Staub, keeping his lane integrity and forcing the returner back inside, allowing his teammates to clean it up on the return.
Well, Suburban's had some open receivers here. We've seen they've got inside position, and it's been a matter of hitting the right guy or the guy being able to make the catch. So they send 3 wide receivers near side, 1 to the top. Suburban going left to right here in the first period. Merkel out of the shotgun now. Man in motion, takes the snap. And hands it, looking to run is Mailman, and he's dragged down in the backfield. Just cannot get the running game going as Mailman's going to get down at the 24. It's a loss of 5 as
it was Marcus Kerr.
Marcus Kerr, okay. Yeah, I was trying to find the number, and I couldn't pick it up. Defensive end Marcus Kerr, 5'10", 170-pound junior. So 2nd and 15, Suburban just unable to get the running game going here tonight for the whole season, really.
Yeah, pretty good ends and outside linebackers for the Spring Grove defense. And Trojans, I don't think they're going to have much success getting on the outside in the running game tonight.
Play clock inside 10 now. Suburban getting lined up. Seemed to be a little confusion there. They put a man in motion now. Low snap. Merkel picks it up, fires it out behind the man. He wasn't looking. Threw it behind Liam McWilliams, who was not prepared to receive that one at all. Never looked back, and that's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and about 15 now for Suburban at its own 24-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was Brooks Stauffer screaming off the edge right there. The pressure into the quarterback's face. Thomas Merkel just trying to get rid of it. Obviously, the receiver not on the same page. Didn't see the pressure coming.
So it's 3rd down. Oh, good.
Ball fell harmlessly to the ground.
3rd and long for Suburban at their own 24 now. 2:19 left in the first. 12-7 Spring Grove. Merkel to work from the shotgun again. Blitz comes, fires it down the near side, going for Smith, and a lot of contact, but good defense. Now that time for Spring Grove. Jordan Brown, a 5'10", 175-pound senior defensive end, running step for step with Smith and able to bat that one away. So the incomplete pass brings us to 4th down and a Finks Garage punt.
Yeah, great ball skills we've seen so far, these defensive backs for Spring Grove. And last year when we called the York Suburban Northeastern game, that's what helped allow York Suburban to stay in the game, is those deep passes like that. And I anticipated seeing some of that tonight just to try to keep themselves in the ball game, and right there, not working.
Dustin Knob in to boot it, gets the snap, and again, a short kick low, and it's fielded at the 50-yard line. To the far sideline goes the returner. He's at the 40 and brought down at about the 34-yard line, and that is Adekalius Chisholm for Spring Grove. And again, the Rockets in great field position with 2 minutes exactly left here in the first period as they're at the Suburban 34-yard line. They've been playing this entire game in Trojan territory.
Yeah, another start on Trojan territory, and that's exactly what the Trojans want to avoid on offense, is the 3 and out, and allow this Rocket offense to stay on the field and rack up points.
And Jacob Messersmith still in at quarterback. Nick Erickson had an injured right leg, so he's not returned since then. And Messersmith will go from under center now with one lone wide receiver as they bring it in tight, hand it off to Fulmer. Fulmer unable to, no, it's Logan. I don't see who that might have been, Zach Stauffer, and the ball may have come out, but it was late. And a good job by the defensive line of Suburban that time as they stack it up right at the line. Stauffer, no gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I thought we'd see an onslaught a little bit earlier in this game than the way it's gone so far, but a lot of fight out of these Trojans and inspired football from them from the way they started this year.
Yeah, you're right. And Spring Grove, I think, coming in here, a pretty good football team, nose to nose with Cumberland Valley in the opener before a close late loss, and then a win over Mechanicsburg. 2nd and 10. Messersmith rolling to his left, looking to throw, looking for Fulmer deep down the sideline. That one may be picked off. It's not, but Colin Mailman had the better shot at that as he played good defense, had inside position on Fulmer, and got a hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 at the Trojan 34-yard line.
That would have been a big turnover for that Trojan defense. And Colin Mailman, he's a wide receiver. He should have came down with that. He's got better hands than that.
Yeah. Well, he turned around as he was playing defense to bat it down, but Sawyer Robinson has a Jack G. Volvo Dealers red zone pick already for Suburban tonight. So 3rd and 10, Messersmith in the gun, 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Fulmer goes in motion away from us. Looked like there was early movement by Spring Grove. No call. The pass is behind Fulmer. It is incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 10. We'll see what they do here because they're at the 34 of Suburban, so they may go for it just because you're really not going to gain much on a punt. Looked like one of the receivers left early for Spring Grove, but no flag.
Surprised they're not going to bring out their kicker, Luckenball, and give him a shot at this. He's got a big foot.
He does. That would be 51 yards, but
and the flag is stagnant, no wind.
Yeah. Well, we'll go for it on 4th and 10 here at the Suburban 34. Buck 8 left in the first, and Messersmith to throw. Fires it deep downfield, has a man haul behind the defense. Did he bring it in? I think he did. No signal yet, and now it is a touchdown. Logan Hall able to bring that in right at the flag on a 34-yard pass from Jacob Messersmith to Logan Hall. And that is his 4th catch of the night already. That one a 34-yard touchdown, and that puts Spring Grove up 18-7 with 1 minute exactly left in the first period.
Yeah, great job right there. Go back to the same play that got batted down earlier, almost intercepted. Logan Hall, their main man at wide receiver, hauling it in for 6.
And now they'll try the 2-point conversion. Again, they haven't made a PAT yet. Again, a guy late coming on for Spring Grove. Messersmith in the gun, takes the snap, rolls to his right, fires it, has his man. 2-point conversion is good to Shea Fulmer. So Rockets starting to hit on all cylinders now, and a 2-point PAT good. So that makes it 20-7. Spring Grove with 1 minute exactly left here in the first period. And we'll keep it here for just a second. Again, we'll have a break here coming up shortly at the quarter. So we will get a Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap for you here, Mr. Hissong.
Took them 4 plays, 34 yards on 4th and 10. A long pass, 34-yard touchdown catch. Jacobs Messersmith hooks up with Logan Hall, the main receiver, and after a 2-point conversion caught by Shea Fulmer, Spring Grove leads 20, York Suburban 7.
You know, that's the tough one. Things go wrong for Suburban. They played good defense for 3 downs, stuffed them on a run, 2 incomplete passes, and then the guy gets behind you and hauls it in just inside the pylon there for the touchdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, the coverage there for the Trojans. They've seen that play 2 plays before that, and that time Logan Hall able to get behind the coverage, behind the safety and the cornerback.
So we'll have a Fast Signs kickoff coming again from Andrew Luckenbaugh. The good legs, booted it near the end zone most of the game tonight. 20-7 now. Spring Grove up still in the first quarter. It's been a long first period. A couple of injuries stretched it out a little bit. And a lot of action, a lot of scoring, and Luckenbaugh boots it. This is a low kick, hits it about the 15 and picked up at around the 8 by Henderson. Henderson to the far hash at the 20 and is going to be snowed under at about the 24-yard line. So Suburban will start there, 1st and 10 with 51 seconds left here in the first period, and they're trailing it now 20-7.
Yeah, the last time they had a 3-and-out, that's not what they're going to want in this ball game. If they're going to stay in here against Spring Grove, who's a superior team, and hasn't been putting the offensive line and haven't been putting the defensive guys on the sleds yet for Trojans. So they got to stay in this ball game, make something happen on this drive.
Trojans at their own 25 to start it off now, and Merkel will go from the shotgun. And play fake. Merkel keeps it, and he's going to get about a yard as Zach Stauffer brings him down there along with Brooks Stauffer. So it's a gain of a yard for Merkel, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
You know, what head coach Jeremy Jones said before the game is that they're not going to change their game plan. They're not going to try anything new, and I like that. You got to try to stick with your identity, and you can't just abandon all that work you put in the training camp and the off-season work, and you got to stick with what you know. You don't have the resources to just try a whole new game plan.
Merkel to throw, fires it to Glarus, little impasse. He's got it to Glarus, is into the secondary. He's got a first out of midfield, makes a move. Slavin is there with him and Tasker, and they hit him at the 35-yard line of Spring Grove. But there's that little in route, which they've had a couple of times tonight, and this hits for a big gain of 39 yards to Jimmy DeGlaris from Merkel. As Tasker and Slavin combine on the hit, but it's a 39-yard gain from Thomas Merkel to Jimmy DeGlaris, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We have played one. Our score, Spring Grove 20, York Suburban 7. This time out brought to you by your neighborhood Sure Fine Markets. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
Yorktown Roofing and Siding, locally owned and operated since 1992. The premier building materials distributor in Central PA. Distributors of roofing and siding, windows and doors, decking and railing, seamless gutter and gutter guard, and cabinets and vanities. Both wholesale and retail. Located at 261 Northeast Street in York. Online at YorktownRoofingandSiding.com or call 845-9447 or toll free at 1-800-457-3943.
Your counties, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove, ready to start the second quarter. Brought to you tonight by Broadway Transmission. 1st and 10 for Suburban at the Spring Grove 35. And Gareth, that little slant route has been open tonight for the Trojans.
It has been right there underneath the coverage of the defense. And great job right there getting some yards after catch. And first down so far in this game for this Trojan offense. And see if they can keep it rolling as they need to as they go from our right to the left against this Spring Grove defense.
Sawyer Robinson now in at quarterback for Suburban. He played some QB last year as well. And he's a bigger guy. Takes the snap, drops the snap, and the ball is Robinson able to recover it back at about the 40-yard line, 41-yard line. So Robinson dropping the snap. They maybe can run with him a little bit. Now Merkel coming in and lost 4 on that one. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 14.
Tough to dig yourself out of these holes, and I think they're going to have the most success tonight going to the air.
So Merkel back in at QB now on 2nd and 14 as 2 wide receivers each way. And the blitz comes, and he has to get rid of it quickly. Fires it down the far sideline, and is it hauled in by DeGlaris? I believe it was, yes, as they got behind Tasker, and DeGlaris made a great catch at the 13-yard line. And so that is a 26-yard completion from Merkel to DeGlaris, and that's their 2nd straight hookup. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Suburban at the Spring Grove 13-yard line, and they'll go no huddle.
Yeah, Spring Grove defense hasn't been tested a whole lot thus point in the passing game. Right now, not standing up to the challenge.
Play fake, and Merkel keeps it, but he's going to go down right about the line of scrimmage. As hustling in there quickly to make the play was Marcus Kerr from his defensive end spot again. And no gain for Merkel. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans at the Rocket 13. And got to believe this 4-down territory for the Trojans here.
Yeah, this is where it hurts you with this offense, not being able to get the running game going. You're limited on the amount of plays and things you can pull out of the playbook. When you get into this red zone area, it's easier for a defense to use that sideline in the end zone as a little bit more of another defender.
And they're trying to move their guys around now. Suburban's already used 2 timeouts. Play clock down at 4. They got them set now. And they're going to have to take their final timeout of the half as Suburban with 10:25 left in the second because they were going to get a 5-yard penalty and run out of time. You can see the frustration of Jeremy Jones here. They've all 3 times they just guys weren't in the right place set up. And but I think that's probably a wise use of it here. You don't want to take a 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd and 10 at your opponent's 13. You're down by 13 points. If you can punch it in the end zone here, you're still in this thing. So,
in a way, the season's gone. You got to capitalize on all your opportunities when you're this close to getting points on the board.
Yeah, Merkel's hit 2 big passes at Jimmy DeGlaris on this drive of 39 and 26 yards, and the last one was nicely thrown. Tasker, the defensive back, got turned around on it, and DeGlaris able to pull it in. So Merkel can put the ball on the money.
Yeah, so I like how he was thrown, before the game, watching him warm up, and so far he's been a little bit behind his receivers, thrown behind his guys when they're running the cross routes, but hooking up on these slant routes, big plays.
Out of the timeout now, 2nd and 10 from the 13. Merkel fakes it to McWilliams. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Yeah, absolutely. As the defender, you could see the jersey was being pulled out on Brad Smith. Got inside position that time on the defender. I believe that might have been Jordan Brown. So that was very clearly pass interference. So that'll set the Trojans up with a new set of downs, I believe. That'll be a half the distance and a 1st down. And again, the little slant pattern, and Smith had the inside position. If he hadn't been grabbed, that could have been 6 because he was inside the 5.
Yeah, these receivers doing a great job against the corners. Logan Hall and Brandon Tasker getting the inside position against the defensive backs for Spring Grove, and slant routes are working.
So it's they still have 2nd down up there. I guess maybe it is. I thought that was a 1st down. It's 2nd and 3 at the 6. And they pitch it to Henderson. Henderson hit from behind inside the 5. DeJure Henderson gets about a yard to the 5. That's going to be it. So it's going to be 3rd down from there. Maybe they called defensive holding on that because I thought interference was a...
Yeah, it was a 5-yard defensive holding.
Okay. That was a break for Spring Grove because I thought Suburban was going to get a 1st and goal there. Well, it's 3rd down and about 2 now from the 5-yard line. 3rd and a long 1. And Smith goes to the top of the formation now. Again, they're getting guys set. They flip Sawyer Robinson to the right side, and under center as Merkel puts Robinson in motion. And they're going to give it to the deep back Henderson. Henderson is inside the 5 down to about the 2, and he stopped there, but that's going to be a 1st and goal for York Suburban, and that is the best push we have seen by that offensive line tonight as Henderson gained 3 and got that big 1st down. So 1st and goal for the Trojans at the Rocket 2-yard line.
And kudos to the tailback, number 39, Liam McWilliams. He's a senior, 5'9". $164 in there moving the linebackers around, creating running lanes and helping this Trojan offense get closer to 6.
So 1st and goal for Suburban at the Rocket 2-yard line now. Merkel under center, backs in the eye behind him. Merkel on a keeper, forges it ahead. No signal, and I believe he did not get in. Merkel thought he did, but they're not giving it to him. He was running off like he scored, but it's going to be 2nd down and goal from inside the 1. So Suburban going to have to line it up and do it again. A lot of the Suburban players thought he was in, but he was not, and quickly Suburban to the line now. Merkel under center takes a snap, and this time he fell down, and I still think they're saying he's not in now. From where we are, it looked like the ball crossed the goal line, and he is in. So Merkel on the 1-yard keeper into the end zone for Suburban. So 8:51 left, and the Trojans hanging in there. It's 20-13. Spring Grove up, and the PAT to come.
Yeah, these missed PATs from Spring Grove could come back to bite them later in this game. Trojans about to be down by 6.
Jonas Atkinson on to attempt the PAT. Snap a little high, that's down, and that's blocked. So PAT has been an adventure tonight for both teams, but with 8:51 left, the Trojans have cut it to a single score. Spring Grove 20, York Suburban 13. This timeout courtesy of your neighborhood Surefine Markets. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
Sure fresh, sure friendly, doing our best to give you more. We're your neighborhood Surefine stores.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at your neighborhood Surefine stores. Use your gold card and stop in now at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, and New Oxford Surefine stores. Always a hit and always online at surefinemarkets.com.
Doing our best to give you more. We're your neighborhood Surefine stores.
Hi, this is Russ Stoner, head coach of Spring Grove Rockets. You're listening to High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back at Papermaker Stadium with 8:51 left here in the Broadway Trans second, and Suburban has cut it to one touchdown at 20-13. Fast Signs kickoff coming, then we'll get our scoring recap as Jonas Atkinson will tee it up for the Trojans and boot it from the 40, and a low line drive caught by one of the up men at the about the 27, comes to the near sideline and goes down at the 45-yard line. On the return for Spring Grove is Ryan Doherty. So again, the Rockets in good field position at about their own 45-yard line. Now let's get that scoring recap courtesy of Yorktown Roofing and Siding.
A four play. I'm sorry, wrong sheet here.
Sorry.
7-play, 75-yard drive, 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Great job by the Trojans staying in this one. That drive was capped off with a 1-yard touchdown run, quarterback Thomas Merkel. That puts us with 8 minutes, 44 seconds left. York Suburban 13, Spring Grove 20.
Messersmith still in at quarterback. Erickson was hurt earlier. Fake. Messersmith has a big hole on the near side, dives across to the 48-yard line of Suburban. It's going to be a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Rockets.
Really not seeing a lot of intensity out of this Rockets team. I think they're a little bit taken aback of how the Trojans will be able to hang in this one and give a couple good swings.
Yeah, 2nd and 3 now for the Rockets. And Messersmith to throw, rolling to his left, has all kinds of time. Now getting some pressure and is going to be blasted down right about the line of scrimmage. May have gotten a yard to the 47, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2 from there as he rolled to his left, couldn't find anybody open, and dove forward for 1.
Yeah, they continue to try to get to the outside here and keep these linemen moving, whether it's the rollout or running on the perimeter. And 3rd and short here, look for the Spring Grove Rockets to go back to their running game.
3rd down and 2, ball at the Trojan 47-yard line, 7:58 left in the second. Clock stopped as they went out of bounds. 2 wides to the near side now, 1 to the top as the Rockets left to right, and they hand it to Fulmer looking to get wide. They got him in the backfield now, and Fulmer is going to be taken down just shy. Oh, and they kind of call a late hit on Suburban. As the guy, second man, came in, they had him. DeJure Henderson took him out of bounds for a loss of 4, and they're going to call a late hit as a guy came in late. Dustin Knob, you got to call it. I guess he was out of bounds. It looked like Knob was trying to pull up and stop, but he did hit him, and that is a tough penalty because they had him stopped and would have gotten the ball back with a chance to tie this thing up.
Yeah, there's a lot of emphasis on safety all around football at all levels, and these refs are taught to call it by the book. If you see it, you got to call it and err on the side of safety.
Yeah, I don't quibble the call. He was hit out of bounds. I do think Knob was trying to pull up and stop, but they had to call it, and they did. And so on the penalty, Spring Grove gets the 1st down at the 36 of Suburban. So Messersmith will go from the gun. 7:45 on a turning clock in the second. Messersmith rolling right now, looking to throw, fires it, and it's to Hall. Hall makes a move, has a couple Suburban defenders to Clyde Hall at the 20, at the 15, and taken down right about the 10-yard line. So Logan Hall, and there's a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold probably against Spring Grove to bring it back, and it will. So 2 big penalties here on successive plays because that was a 1st and goal at the 10. Would have been a 26-yard gain. But the holding penalty against Spring Grove, that flag's at the 42. That'll move it back 10 from there. And from there, it's going to be 1st down and about 14 or 15, or first down and about 24 or 25 for Spring Grove.
I think that was the junior guard, Kyle Zentiska, the culprit of the holding call right there. He seems very upset, talking to the ref a little bit, trying to plead his case, but not going to work.
No, they usually don't buy those stories. So that moves it back to the Rocket 47. They've got to get to the Suburban 26 for a first down. So that's 1st and 27 now for Spring Grove. And Messersmith will go from the gun again. 2013 Spring Grove up, 7:20 left in the first half. Messersmith takes the snaps, going to throw. Pressure comes, the ball's loose. The ball is loose, and it's fallen on by one of the offensive linemen, and that was a fumble. No indication of an incomplete pass, but hustling back there to fall, and it was the guard, Andrew Lawson. So that's going to be back at the 39-yard line, so they'll lose about 8 more, and it'll be 2nd down from there and about 35.
That was big. Number 76, David Klein, 6 foot, 200-pound junior, coming up the middle at tackle and disrupting things in the backfield. Great job by him bringing the pressure.
They are getting some pressure, Suburban is here. Messersmith does not have a lot of time to throw in some of these plays. Now they pitch it to Fulmer, looking to get wide. He has some running room, turns upfield, and Shea Fulmer hurdles a man. He could go. Fulmer is inside the 20, and he is going to take it to the house. Shea Fulmer on a 61-yard touchdown run. No flags. And, boy, just when you thought Suburban was getting the momentum back here, Fulmer takes it 61 yards on a little pitch play, made a great cut, made a guy miss in the secondary, and it's 26-13, Spring Grove with 6:27 left in the first half.
There you see the guy running with a little bit of attitude, tired of taking it from these Trojans, letting them live, bring them in the game. Shea Fulmer for his 3rd touchdown, scampers 61 yards.
And the 2-point PAT attempt, they pitch it to Fulmer again. He bobbled it, but he's going for the corner and gets in. So Fulmer makes the two-point PAT. So the 61-yard TD run by Shea Fulmer makes it 28-13 with 6:13 left in the half. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on WLYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
Hit the road during the kickoff event at Jack G and Bubba Buick GMC. Drive a 2014 Buick Encore for only $149 a month. Or how about a 2014 GMC Sierra Double Cab SLE 4x4? Just $279 a month. Hit the road with Jack G and Bubba Buick GMC during the kickoff event happening now. Route 30, York, or online at gmbubba.com.
Payment based on qualifying 39-month lease with $5,000 down includes all rebates, including GM Conquest for current owners or lessees of a 1999 or newer non-GM vehicle. Tax and tax additional. See dealer for complete details.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Well, we are back at Papermaker Stadium. It has been quite a first half, and Spring Grove up now 28-13. And that score came from well outside the Jack G and Ballville Dealers red zone. We have a fast signs kick coming your way. Andrew Lukenbaugh will boot it. Then we'll get our scoring recap. But I'll tell you, Suburban, they had it. They had them stopped on 4. They had them 4th and long, and there was late hit penalty kept that drive alive and into the end zone. And it's going to be down there. So Suburban, Suburban will start at its 20, and that was 5 yards deep in the end zone as Andrew Lukenbaugh shows off the leg. And let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Impressive job by Spring Grove overcoming adversity in the form of penalties, and a drive that went 2 minutes, 12 seconds, 61 yards, 6 plays. A 61-yard touchdown run by Shea Fulmer for his 3rd touchdown of the night, and he also converted on the 2-point conversion his 2nd time tonight, and puts us with 6 minutes, 27 seconds, York Suburban 13, Spring Grove 28.
All right, the Trojans, their own 20 now, 1st and 10. They'll go right to left here in the second period. Merkel will work out of the shotgun, takes the snap, dropped it, and covers it at about the 16. So the mistakes just keep adding up here for the Trojans. That's a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down, and they'll mark it back at the 15, loss of 5, and 2nd and 15 from there as we wind to 6:10 left in the half.
Yeah, we've been waiting for the wheels to fall off for this York Suburban visiting team, but so far they're able to stay in it. They're taking some blows, they're giving some blows back, and look for them to go downfield in the air game and try to keep this thing going.
Yeah, they are, and I mean the stakes have really hurt them tonight. Otherwise, they'd be right in this thing. 2nd and 15, and almost jumping offside again. The ball again on the ground as the snap came through, and DeJure Henderson covers it back at about the 9. And so it's going to be third down and about 21 from the 9-yard line. Gosh, you got to get the snap back there. I don't know if Merkel wasn't ready for that one again or was a little off the mark, but wow, going backwards.
Yeah, Derek Lehman having a tough time, the center. He's a junior, having a tough time getting it up. Some of these balls almost roll back to the quarterback, and tough to handle for Thomas Merkel.
Third down and about 21 now, or the ball at the 9. And Merkel will try and make something good out of this. Snap is there this time. Merkel looking to throw under pressure, fires it, and it's picked off by Tasker, and Tasker's going to take this one into the end zone. Brandon Tasker with the pickoff and the 15-yard interception return for the touchdown. And that'll make it 34-13 with 5:02 left in the first half.
Yeah, we've talked about some missed throws, some dropped passes, some errant snaps, some penalties keeping York Suburban out of this game, but that's a big mistake right there, the pick 6, giving Spring Grove another chance to take this game away.
5:02 left, as you mentioned, and they'll go for 2 now as Messersmith will line up in the backfield. Takes the snap and hands it to Fulmer. Fulmer is clipped in the backfield and goes down. DeJure Henderson has made some nice plays on defense tonight, so the PAT no good, but with 5:02 left in the half, it's Spring Grove 34 and Suburban 13. Wow.
Yeah, you got to think that York Suburban, when they get the ball back, they're going to still try to do the same thing. Last time they tried to go to the air and make some big plays with the passing attack, and unable to do so with some poor snaps and then an interception right there at the end. But they're going to have to go to the air to try to stay in this thing.
Well, they are. They haven't been able to run the ball at all tonight, and that's been their bugaboo this season. But, you know, you see some potential on this Suburban team. They've hit some big plays offensively with some passes. They've had some nice defensive plays. I mean, a couple of times, Spring Grove scored a touchdown on a 4th and 10 and a long pass to Logan Hall. They had him stopped on 4th down inside the 50, and there was a late hit penalty, which kept the last touchdown drive alive for Spring Grove. Now an interception return for a touchdown. You take away those 3 mistakes, really, and you know this is almost a 1-score game.
Yeah, it's been a tough start, slow start for Spring Grove, and you get that a lot whenever you have a team coming in that you think is inferior, and you came off a big win last week, and sometimes you overlook your opponent. Trojans doing a good job of staying in this one so far.
They have, and there's some things that they can take away positively, whatever the outcome tonight. Here's the Fast Signs kickoff, and it's into the end zone, and it's going to be out to the 20-yard line. So Suburban will start 1st and 10 there again with 5:02 still remaining in the half, and it's now a 34-13 Spring Grove lead. But there are definitely some positives that Suburban is going to be able to take. And they've made some big plays against a pretty decent defense. They've made some defensive plays, not consistently enough, but there's going to be some things I think maybe look a little better than they have the last couple of weeks here for the Trojans.
And what's going to hurt them trying to stay in this is that their main receiver, Theo Thomas, number 88, he's a senior, 6'3", 195, out with a dislocated elbow.
Merkel in the gun. Oh, the snap over his head, and Henderson dives on it right about the 1. It's not in the end zone, but it's going to be awfully close. Wow. Well, what can go wrong will right now for York Suburban. They're going to place this at the 3-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down from there. 2nd down and about 27. Wow.
Yeah, Derek Lehman, tough time getting the ball snapped back to a quarterback.
Yeah.
Missed low on the last drive a couple times earlier in the game, and they're way over his head.
So 2nd and long for Suburban, and ball back now at its own 3 after the snap over the head. Good hustle by Henderson to get back there and cover it because that was a free ball. Merkel under center this time, and he will take the snap, drop to throw, fires it, and his man wasn't looking. It was DeGlaris. He hadn't turned around yet, and it's going to be 3rd down and long from the 4-yard line with 4:11 left here in the first half.
Oh, he literally hit his receiver, but the receiver not looking, not able to haul in the pass. And kind of mistakes we've seen with the Trojans tonight, and probably indicative of why they're 0-2 and had such a tough start this season. But receivers need to look a little earlier, getting a lot of pressure from the Spring Grove defense. They're in there fast in Merkel's face, and he's trying to get the ball out as fast as he can, doing what he can. Receivers need to help him out.
3rd and long now, Merkel going under center. and they're going to try and run it out of the end zone. Henderson is hit in the backfield and goes down right about the 1-yard line, so he lost a couple but did get out of the end zone, so it's going to be 4th down from there, and the Suburban's going to have to punt it out of their end zone with 3:57 left here in the half, and so that'll bring on Dustin Knobb, who's had struggles punting anyway tonight. He's not going to have much room to kick this. They do mark it at about the 2, so they've got about 12 yards to work with, do the Trojans.
Yeah, Spring Grove turned up the heat right now as Trojans are pinned against their own end zone. They bring 6 guys on the blitz on that last play, forcing Merkel to make a decision quickly.
Snap is good. The Knob gets it away, and it was blocked, I believe. Blocked out of the end zone by Ian Slavin, so that will be a safety, and that'll make it 36-13, and the Rockets will get the ball back as Suburban will have to kick it away from their own 20.
Yeah, we saw Ian Slavin coming in earlier in the first quarter of punt. He got his hands on it, and big-time special teams player right there, taking the place of Missick from last year.
Yeah. So, blocked punt out of the end zone, and that will be the safety with 3:26 left in the half here, and that'll make it 36-13 Spring Grove.
Yeah, Spring Grove starting to hit their stride right now, get the ball back on offense. They're going to have great field position, and they're going to continue to dump on this lead.
So Atkinson will boot it from the 20. This will be I guess a fast signs kick. And so we'll see. That's going to be a lot of time for Spring Grove to work with as well. As Atkinson approaches it now and hits it. High kick, good kick. Down to the 30 where it's fielded by Fulmer. Fulmer up the far sideline now, looking for some room, gets it out to about the 47. Pretty good kick coverage that time by Suburban. And Spring Grove will have good field position, though, at their own 47. Still 3:19 left in the half, and they'll be looking for more as they lead it now 36-13.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 19 seconds left. Spring Grove moving from the left to the right. Blue jerseys, silver pants, blue helmets. I think it's time they're going to start taking control of this game and not look back.
I think we might be there. And they're doing it with their backup quarterback, Jacob Messersmith. Nick Erickson was hurt in the first quarter, a lower right leg injury, so we'll see there. They set up a screen as he comes through, but the pass is low. He tried to hit Andy Wareheim, and the defenders were in his face, and the pass from Messersmith was low, so it's incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. That was a little too obvious. You got to block those guys a little bit. They let them through almost immediately, and I think everybody knew what was coming.
Right, tried to set up the middle screen there, and that looked real dangerous. Those guys are in Jacob Messersmith's face right there, and something dangerous could have happened right there if he didn't get it over their hands.
2nd and 10 at the 47, 3:15 left in the half. Now rolling right is Messersmith. A lot of time, fires it and overshot Logan Hall that time. So that's going to be incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 now for the Rockets at their own 47-yard line.
Surprised the Rockets are going with some passes here with Messersmith. I thought they would stay on the ground game and just take control, dominate that line of scrimmage, get to the perimeter. They do so well. Hand the ball to Shea Fulmer. He took the ball 61 yards for a touchdown last time they were on offense. Stick with him. I think they'll be okay.
3rd and 10 now for the Rockets. Their own 47, 3:09 left in the half. And Messersmith looking to throw. Rolling right, looking for Fulmer downfield. Fires it for him. Ball's up for grabs. Fulmer brings it down and breaks 2 tackles and is into the end zone between 2 Suburban defenders. And that's going to go as a 53-yard touchdown pass from Messersmith to Fulmer as he went up and took it from 2 defenders and takes it into the end zone, make it 42-13 with 2:56 left here in the first half.
Yeah, I said keep it with Shea Fulmer on the ground. They'll be okay, but, hey, airmail it to him, keep it on the ground game. Either way you want to do it, Shea Fulmer's the man tonight.
And Suburban had that pretty well defended. There were 2 guys back there with him, but Fulmer just able to out-jump him, and then he kind of went right through between those 2 defenders. The kicked PAT is good this time by Lukenbaugh out of Logan Hall's hold. So 2:56 left in the first half, and it is now 43-13, 30-point lead here by Spring Grove.
Yeah, all their drives, not taking a lot of plays to do it, and really hasn't looked good for Spring Grove. The first couple plays of every drive, sometimes they're hurting themselves with penalties, but able to overcome the adversity and make things happen regardless.
Yes, they certainly have been, and I'll tell you what, the Suburban just kind of disorganized, to be honest with you, and looking out there, and some guys kind of yelling at each other and just need to settle it down and hang in there and make what they can out of this. They head into league play next week. They can still make some positives here in the second half.
Yeah, they sure can. You hate to see that when teams get frustrated with themselves, especially when they're down like this. It kind of makes you think there's no hope when they're coming down on themselves.
Yeah. Fast Signs kick coming, then we will get our scoring recap from Yorktown Roofing and Siding as we head toward the Vito's Pizza halftime show. Still got 2:56 left here in the half, and Lukenbaugh will boot it. This young man has a nice leg, just a junior. And there is the kick. This is a low bouncer at the 15, is going to be picked up at the 3 by Henderson. Henderson up the far sideline and has a little bit of a crease, and DeJure Henderson's out to about the 26-yard line. Ian Slavin on the hit out there. So Suburban will start at its own 26, 1st and 10, and Mr. Hissong, let's get that scoring recap.
Yeah, only 23 seconds, 3 plays. Quarterback Jacob Mastersmith hooks up with Shea Fulmer for a 53-yard touchdown pass. And right now we sit Spring Grove 43, York Suburban 13.
All right, 2:50 left, and Suburban will see if they can do something in that amount of time. Merkel will go from the gun. He's got 2 wides near side, 1 to the top, and 2 backs in the backfield this time. And there's movement on the offensive line. The offensive right tackle moved early, so if it isn't one thing, it is another for Suburban here tonight. It's going to be a false start penalty, and it'll cost them 5.
Yeah, not a lot of penalties for York Suburban tonight. That's only the 2nd penalty for them, so a clean game as far as penalties are concerned.
So that'll move them back to the 21-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 15 from there. There's a snap, and another flag flies, and we have movement again on the line. And apparently we did, so 2nd straight false start penalty on Suburban. They're back to the 21, or to the 21-yard line. They were at the 31. I may have said the 26. Originally it was the 31. So 1st and 20 now, and Brad Smith brings in the play, and Merkel will again work from the gun. Clock hasn't moved yet. We're still at 2:50. Merkel takes the snap. And straight ahead they go. No running room there. That's going to be actually a loss of a yard for Liam McWilliams. That'll set up a 2nd down now at about 21.
Yeah, that last penalty for the Trojans gave them more penalties than first downs so far in this game. They have 3 penalties and only 2 first downs.
They've used all their timeouts already, and Merkel running into the huddle with just 15 seconds left on the play clock, so they're going to have to hustle to get this one off. Game clock at 2:15 here in the first half. Play clock now at 8. As the Trojans line it up, Merkel takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it. There's DeGlaris on a little in route, makes a move. He's at the 30, gets a block. DeGlaris is dragged down at the 35-yard line, inbounds. That's a nice gain of 15. And we have a Spring Grove player down. That has been the play for Suburban tonight, as DeGlaris and Merkel have hooked up 3 times. So that's going to put it to the 35. From there, it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for Suburban. And we cannot get the number of the Spring Grove player who is down there. We'll check on that, but there was also a nice block made. I didn't catch who made that block out here to give DeGlaris an extra about 6 or 7 yards on that play.
Yeah, Doherty with his helmet off, holding his head.
Okay, Ryan Doherty. Not
sure if that's who I thought.
No, it's not. It's
Hall.
Logan Hall, yeah. And Logan Hall gets up, so he's walking off the field under his own power, so hopefully he will be able to return. A little woozy right now, so we'll have to see. So hopefully nothing serious for Logan Hall there.
Hall was a recipient of that nice block you mentioned.
Yeah. So it's 3rd and 6, ball at the 35 of Suburban. $1:56 left in the half. Spring Grove up big here, 43-13. Suburban would love to at least move the sticks here, and if they did that, they probably at least can hang on to it for the rest of the half. So the clock, I believe, will turn once they whistle this in for play. I don't think that play went out of bounds. And one of the officials are talking to Russ Stoner about something over here. Not sure what it is. Oh, and now Russ is getting a flag. So he was John with the official here, and now we're going to see a penalty on Russ Stoner. We had one of those on the West York bench last week. And one of the assistants comes over and kind of drags Stoner back. So that's going to be an unsportsmanlike on the bench, and that'll give Suburban a first down on the penalty for 15 yards. And the referee now coming over to continue the discussion. It was not the referee, it was one of the other officials that threw that flag. So that'll move it to midfield, and the Trojans will have a 1st and 10. I don't know if he was upset about the block or what happened. I have no idea.
Shane Corriere, assistant coach, try to calm him down a little bit.
One of your old compadres is Shane Knott. All right, 1st and 10 at midfield now, and the Trojans have it there. Merkel takes the snap, fakes it, fires it. There's DeGlaris again, hit immediately, and the ball comes out, and we'll see if they say that's a catch and a fumble. I think they might. No indication either way from the officials yet.
DeGlaris on the reception. And DeGlaris has great usage of him in the slot right there. He got off coverage, and that nice, quick pass, the in-route slant pattern has been there all night.
He caught it and was hit almost immediately as he turned, and the ball came out then, and so still have no indication. It's 2nd down. Apparently they're saying his progress was stopped before the ball came out, so it's going to be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5 for Suburban. And actually they move it down to the 43, so they're going to give him 7 yards. They not only gave him the catch and no fumble, they gave an extra 2 yards. And now there's a timeout with the officials. I'm not sure they know what's going on here right now.
Yeah, Zebras are going to talk this one over.
They may well have said his progress was stopped before the ball came out. I could see that being the call, although I don't think Spring Grove's going to like it. And if I were a Rocket, I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. But I could see that being the call. DeGlaris, if you're not watching on Game Time, DeGlaris caught it, spun, and was hit almost immediately and was stood up and driven backward. Then the ball came out, so they may well have said the progress was stopped and the play was over before the ball came out. So they put it at the 43, and the down marker says 2nd. So if that's the case, it will be a gain of 7 and a 2nd down and 3 for Suburban at the Rocket 43 with $1:09 left in the half. So we have to assume that that's what the deal is.
Clock will be reset to 1 minute 25 seconds.
1 minute 25 on the clock now, so apparently some time ran off before they stopped it here, and there we go. So Suburban has it 2nd and 3 at the Spring Grove 43. And Merkel will take the snap. Out of the gun, takes it. Looking to throw, fires a little swing pass out to McWilliams, and McWilliams at the 40, and he drives forward to about the 35-yard line. So Liam McWilliams picks up 8 on the swing pass as Merkel got that one out there just in front of a defender. That'll move the sticks, and it will be a 1st down for the York Suburban Trojans here at the Spring Grove 35.
Yeah, nice pass by Thomas Merkel right there. Just a little sling pass, and McWilliams running with tenacity, running people over.
Oh, a movement again. Again, the right tackle for Suburban. That's his 2nd motion penalty this drive. And that's going to move it back to the 40, and it'll be 1st and 15 from there. 1:04 left in the half.
Yeah, you got to think York Suburban's going to keep it in the air with the success they've had so far on this drive. Good little drive for them going so far. This is the 7th play.
Clock inside a minute now and turning. Merkel takes the snap. Looking to throw, fires it across the middle. Oh, through the hands of Colin Mailman. It was high, but that's one again, as you said it, the receivers got to help their quarterback out as he's throwing under pressure, and that one was there, and Colin's got to make that catch. He didn't. It's incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 from the 40. Stops the clock with 48 seconds left.
Yeah, with the penalties and drop passes, they continue to shoot themselves in the foot and make mistakes and things that they really have to overcome to surmount the 30-point deficit.
So Merkel will again work from the shotgun now on 2nd and 15. Takes the snap. Pressure comes. He fires it across the middle, and that hit one of his linemen. And we have a flag in the backfield. That may be a late hit against one of the Spring Grove defenders as Merkel was down. Oh,
Flag at the end of the play.
That was intentional grounding. Was that not the call? I guess it was. He hit a lineman, and so that's a loss of down as well. He's pointing towards Spring Grove, so that must not be the call. That's I don't know what that call was.
He's roughing the passer.
I guess.
Trying to sign.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what it was going to be from where the flag was, and it's 15 yards to the 25 now. 43 seconds left, so it'll be first down from there. Spring Grove not going to be happy with the way this half ends no matter what. They've got an unsportsmanlike on the call on the head coach on the sideline now, a roughing the passer late hit. And it's 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Rocket 25. Merkel to throw. Has some time now, fires it toward the end zone, and it's intercepted down there. And coming back the other way is Brandon Tasker, and somebody better get him or he may go the whole way. Tasker at the 35 and being chased from behind by Mailman now, and Tasker finally taken out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So Brandon Tasker with the pick at the end zone with 25 seconds left in the half returns it to the 40 of the York Suburban Trojans.
Yeah, only 25 seconds left on the clock. Spring Grove has all 3 timeouts left. Let's see what Russ Stoner has in plan. He's got a great kicker in Luckenball who's more than capable of making a long field goal. Imagine they're going to try to get in range or maybe take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, I would think they will here. And, again, Suburban just, boy, I'll tell you, you feel for them because they were moving the ball. They got help with a couple of penalties, but they had some nice passes and had a shot at the end zone there, but the ball in the air too long, and Tasker with the good play to pick it off.
Yeah, Spring Grove starts here on the 40-yard line of the Trojans. See what they have in store.
Messersmith working out of the shotgun now. Takes the snap, fakes it to Fulmer, looking to throw. Pressure comes from Henderson, and Henderson hits him in the backfield, and the sack is recorded. Henderson and David Klein will bring Messersmith down for a 3-yard loss at the 43, and Spring Grove will take a timeout here with 16 seconds left. So that time, good pressure from DeJure Henderson coming up from his linebacker spot, and the defensive tackle David Klein, 6', 200-pound junior, and they drop Messersmith for the 3-yard loss.
Yeah, Logan Hall not happy, telling his quarterback to get it out sooner because he had 2 steps on cornerback Isaac Sperenza and a chance for 6 right there, but Messersmith with his eyes on the pressure, not downfield.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, and the quarterback sees 2 guys coming at him, But again, this is Messersmith who is playing tonight. He is a sophomore. He's in there for Nick Erickson, the junior quarterback who was injured in the first quarter. I have been looking for Henderson on the bench, and I don't see him down there. So I'm not sure where he is. There was a lower right leg injury.
I've seen him intermittently on the training table getting some ice and getting looked at, but
I can't pick him out on the bench right now, so I don't know if he's gone to the locker room to get further attention or what. We don't assume he's not going to return at this point. Then they really don't need him with a 30-point lead.
Yeah, Messersmith, with those 2 tight games they had in the first 2 weeks, has not seen any time.
Right. So 2nd down and 13, Messersmith rolling left now. Looking, has time, fires it deep down the middle, and that one's going to be picked off. Back there is Dustin Knob at the 5, Knob up to 15, the 20, and Knob down to the 23-yard line with 3.5 seconds left. So Knob doing what a safety should do. He was playing center field back there and picked it off at the 5-yard line with 3.5 seconds left in the half.
And there we see some green decisions from Jacob Messersmith, just throwing the ball up, and easy interception for York Suburban.
So that will most likely get us to halftime here, as I would imagine Suburban will just take a knee here. What? Who knows? 3.5 seconds remaining. And Merkel will come out under center, and they're just going to try and not have anything bad happen on this play, I think. And he does, in fact, take the knee. So that'll get us to the Vito's Pizza halftime show. And so our halftime score, Spring Grove 43 and York Suburban 13. All right, it'll take us a while to recap, but we'll do that after our first commercial break here on the Vito's Pizza halftime show. You are listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
If you are one of the many people who have a 401k or IRA or other form of retirement savings, this info could be very valuable. The number one fear of most retired people is running out of money. Hi, my name is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. Most of you have accumulated a pretty handsome lump sum of money by retirement, but now what? How much can I take each month or year, and how long will it last? With historic low yields and the high volatility in the stock market, where should I put my money? Well, there are ways to keep control of your lump sum and have a guaranteed income stream for life. So if you're uncertain or uncomfortable about your current retirement vehicle and what it will do for you, call me and I will show you how to have your own self-directed pension plan with a guaranteed income for life. Call me at 717-246-3879 or 487-2096. My website is tomdasherinvestmentservices.com.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis
ace
raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to take that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Prince, Wilson, New Balance, and K-Swiss in widths that fit. And the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines ready to help with your selection. Tennis, it's a whole new game. Be prepared to play it well.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And we're back here at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hisslong with you. It's the Vito's Pizza halftime show on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, and it is a big Spring Grove lead, 43-13 at the half as a Suburban band takes to the field. We'll get a little bit of their sound here for you in a few moments. But first, let's get our scoring recap from the first half, brought to you by Yorktown Roofing and Siding. Take a deep breath, Gareth.
The scoring recap for this one's been all over the place. Came out first with a big swing from York Suburban. They kicked an onside kick and were able to recover that. And after 2 plays, on that second play, they threw a wide receiver screen who then threw it downfield. And the wide receiver hookup was Jimmy DeGlaris to Colin Mailman, a 36-yard connection. Gave York Suburban the lead, 7-0. Spring Grove struck next with a 6-play, 3-minute 13 drive, 14-yard touchdown run by Shea Fulmer to cap that off with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. They missed the extra point, so Spring Grove was down 6, York Suburban 7. After that, Spring Grove struck again, 8 plays after an interception from Sawyer Robinson. And at 4 minutes and 4 seconds, Spring Grove took the lead, 12, York Suburban 7. After that, Spring Grove again, a 4-play, 34-yard drive, a 34-yard touchdown run. 34-yard touchdown pass. Jacob Messersmith to Logan Hall with 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Spring Grove led 20-7. After that, Spring Grove again with a 3-play, 23-second drive, 53-yard touchdown pass. Jacob Messersmith to Shea Fulmer. That was Fulmer's 4th touchdown of the night with 2 minutes 56 seconds left in the second quarter. Gave Spring Grove the lead, 43. York Suburban was sitting at 13.
All right, there it is, your scoring recap from the first half, brought to you by Yorktown Roofing and Siding. Been quite a half. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our halftime stats, courtesy of Mookie's Seal Coating. Let's get a little bit of the York Suburban Trojan Band as we go to break.
Hello, Maple Donuts. Mabel speaking.
Mabel?
No, Mabel. I work for Maple.
Oh, they sound the same.
Yeah, I get that a lot. What can I do for you?
What kinds of maple donuts are there?
What kinds of Maple Donuts?
Yeah, you know, what kinds of flavors does Maple Donuts have?
Are you serious? Maple Donuts has 58 varieties. You know that, right?
Well, yeah. See, I'm a teacher, and I wanted to celebrate back to school by taking a dozen Maple Donuts into the teacher's lounge.
Listen, Teach, I really think you ought to just come in and see for yourself.
Well, in order to find out what everyone would like, I'm creating a multiple choice sheet.
Sounds like homework to me, but whatever, okay. Here we go.
I'm ready.
Glazed cream filled, cookies and cream, cinnamon buns, toasted coconut, maple caramel, maple bacon, apple dandy, chocolate devil's food, chocolate peanut covered. You still there?
Phew, still with you.
Peach, jelly filled, blueberry, vanilla icing with sprinkles, chocolate icing with sprinkles, Long John's French, crullers, Bavarian. You really want me to keep going?
No. I think I better come in.
Yeah, like Charlie Donut always says, you gotta see the selection to believe it.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. They have offices in York and Dillsburg, and their practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York office at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics. Visit our new location at 1399 South Queen Street, opening in mid-August.
Everybody loves a discount, and Grange Insurance offers dozens of them. Good student discounts, defensive driver discounts, home ownership discounts, multi-vehicle discounts, life insurance multi-policy discounts. Let Runkle's Notary and Insurance walk you through all of the Grange discounts you may be eligible for. Runkle's Notary and Insurance can help you save a lot of money while you enjoy the worry-free experience of coverage with Grange. Call Runkle's Notary and Insurance at 1-888-RUNKLES.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
All right, Ron Ruman, Gareth Hissong back with you at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove, where the Rockets looking to go to 2-1, a big 43-13 halftime lead over York Suburban. But Suburban's gotten on the board tonight, which is something they did not do in their first two games, and they've definitely shown some potential that I think down the road in division play they can carry forward. Let's get our halftime stats now, brought to you by Mookie's Seal Coating. For Suburban, again, not able to run the football. Liam McWilliams, 2 carries, 1 yard. Thomas Merkel, the quarterback, 5 for a net of -2. Does have a 1-yard touchdown run, though. DeJure Henderson, 4 carries, net of 1 yard. Colin Mailman, 1 for -5. Teague Hoffman, 1 for -4. And Sawyer Robinson, 1 for -4. So 14 carries, -13 yards rushing in the first half for Suburban. Passing, Jimmy DeGlaris, 1 of 1. That's that halfback option pass. Really was a wide receiver option. 40-yard touchdown pass to Colin Mailman. And Thomas Merkel tonight is 5 of 13 for 95 yards. Has been picked off twice. DeGlaris, 4 catches for 87 yards tonight. And Mailman, the 1 catch for the 40-yard touchdown. Liam McWilliams has 1 catch for 8 yards. So a total yardage of 135 yards passing for Suburban tonight in the first half, 122 net. For Spring Grove, on the ground, Shea Fulmer, 8 carries, 105 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns, included in there a 61-yard touchdown run for Shea tonight. Nick Erickson, 5 carries for 45 yards. Zach Stauffer, 1 for 0 yards. Evan Greer, 1 for 2. Jacob Messersmith, 3 carries for 6 yards. So 17 carries, 158 total yards on the ground for Spring Grove tonight. Through the air, Nick Erickson, before he was injured, 2 of 2 for 24 yards. And in his replacement stead there, Jacob Messersmith, the sophomore, is 3 of 10 for 96 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So overall, Spring Grove 5 of 12 for 120 yards passing. Logan Hall, 4 catches tonight for a total of 69 yards and 1 touchdown. Shea Fulmer, 1 catch, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Those are your halftime stats from Mookie Seal Coating. Take a break, come back, and we'll get you the halftime scoreboard show brought to you by York Traditions Bank. After this, you're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
What do John Yachty, Jacob Yachty, Austin Tillotz, and Kelly Ryan and Morgan Klunk have in common? Besides being basketball players, 2,000-point scorers, all-state athletes, or state champions, they all trained with John Kirchner at Unique Physique. John guarantees that he will increase your vertical jump, increase your strength, quickness, and get you ready for the upcoming season. Coaches, get your team ready with plyometrics, and John will even come to your gym to get your team ready. Players and coaches, call John Kirchner at Unique Physique at 755-2639 for details.
Mookie's Seal Coating is locally owned and operated. Our reputation for the past 25 years speaks for itself. Mookie's offers a high-quality product and personal service that over 35,000 previous customers have come to expect. We use only the highest quality sealer, Master Seal, and we hand brush to ensure maximum coverage. Mookie's is also fully insured. Let us put our experience to work for you. Call Mookie's at 717-854-1870 today to set up an appointment.
Today, it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY to schedule your next heating oil or propane delivery. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Back at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove, Ron Ruman, Gareth Hissong with you. It's halftime, the Vito's Pizza halftime show, and the Rockets up big on York Suburban, 43-13. Time now for our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard show. Scores around the league. Hey, big one, York Catholic hanging with Berks Catholic at the half. The Irish down 16-10, but that is good. They're playing with one of the powers of District 3. Fairfield looking to go to 2-1 in the third quarter, up big on Carson Long, 37-0. Central down at the half to Hempfield, 16-0. So Brad Livingston's guys in danger of going 0-3 for, I don't remember the last time that happened. Gettysburg up on Waynesboro in the third quarter, 27-0. So the Warriors looking to get momentum for the game we'll have next week. Gettysburg at Dover. Hope you can join us. Eastern in the third quarter, 37-0 over Hanover. The Golden Knights looking to go to 3-0. Bakerville up on New Oxford in the third, 14-9. Lancaster Catholic 30. Littlestown 6 in the third quarter. As my scoreboard has gone away here. Maybe it's updating. I don't know. It just went away. That was a heck of a thing for it to do.
Maybe the Lone Catholic scored again. Reset the scoreboard.
Oh, is that what it is? Holy cow. All right. Well, let's see if we can get it to recycle for us here. There it is. All righty. As I was saying, Lancaster Catholic 30, Littlestown 6 in the third. Northeastern up on Susquehannock 17-10 in the third. Warriors giving the Bobcats a game. Northeastern unbeaten right now, and Susky 0-2. It is Penn Manor 28, Dallastown 3 in the third. Wow, that is Dallastown was coming in unbeaten, looking their revenge last year, but they are getting whooped. Redland 7, Dover nothing in the fourth. Dover struggling offensively with some injuries. Boy, their defense playing well, but they are down by a touchdown in the fourth. Bermudian 14, Shippensburg nothing in the third. Carlisle up on Southwestern 22-17 in the third. Mustangs trying to avoid the 0-3 start. At the half, St. Paul's up on DeLone 26-13. At the half, Red Lion leads West York 20-19. The Dogs were up 19-6 in that one in the second quarter. And Kennerdale leading York County Tech 20-12 at the half. So that is your York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard show. 43-13 here, Spring Grove over Suburban. Take a break at our Penn State York Coaches Pep Talk after this.
We are
Penn State. Are you? Attention high school juniors and seniors, adult learners and veterans. Do you want to become a Penn State student? Don't miss the Penn State York event, October 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Learn about the admission process, meet faculty and students, investigate financial aid options, and tour the York campus. Explore the major programs offered at Penn State York and our university-wide 2+2 program. Lunch will be provided. Call Shelley at 717-771-4040 or email mdravick@admissions.psu.edu.
My name is Leslie Delp. I'm with Olivia's House, and we've been a York Traditions Bank customer for 4 years. Olivia's House is a nonprofit organization that offers no-cost services to families, and we specialize in helping children after the death of a loved one. Olivia's House is much like York Traditions Bank. Both started in 2002, small, independent, created by people from this community, building from the ground up. And what is so remarkable is when we really needed a bank to get behind us and help us, York Traditions was there. You can't find better bankers. And anytime you know the people that you need to ask advice from and get wisdom from, it just feels comfortable. We really feel like we're calling family. It's just what makes it easy to do banking.
Large enough to help you build your business, small enough to build a relationship. York Traditions Bank.
I think York Traditions Bank has that traditional feel, and they hold our hand.
Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
True Value Plus has a rather colorful question for you. Do you want the wall color you love to stay richer and truer longer? Yeah, we thought so. And if that's the case, True Value suggests insisting on super premium Aura interior paint by Benjamin Moore. Stop by True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and see for yourself why Aura sets the standard in excellence. Formulated with Benjamin Moore's proprietary color lock technology, Aura ensures that the color you love will stay as beautiful and vibrant as the day it was painted. And that matters, so you'll only change the color when you want to. Plus, Aura is scrub and fade resistant, provides superior surface protection, and comes in every color you can imagine. Aura by Benjamin Moore. No paint is more enduring. Benjamin Moore, for everything that matters. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Watt Barbershop has 2 barbers with over 75 years of combined expert experience. Watt Barbershop has 2 licensed barbers who have done hair replacement demonstrations all over the country. There's only one answer, and that's Iacono's. Located at 2030 South Queen Street in York, this family-owned business has been serving York since 1972. For hair replacements, for chemo and fashion wigs for men and women, for a relaxing grooming experience, and for the best in the business, visit or call Iacono's at 854-8258.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school, play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics Walk-In Injury Care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment, and both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
Henderson, the ball carrier.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Back at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove, our Maple Donuts third quarter underway, and the kick into the end zone for the Fast Signs kickoff. An 11-yard run by DeJure Henderson on first down for Suburban. And second down, Henderson again, little cut back up the middle to the 34-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7 from there for the Suburban Trojans.
And we've seen a lot of fight out of these Trojans from the first half and continuing here on this first drive in the third quarter. And it's big for them.
Mm-hmm.
They had that first onside kick, and they get the ball back in the second half. They got to make a move here on this drive.
Second and 7 at their own 34 now. And again, they hand it straight up the middle. And out to about the 37-yard line is Liam McWilliams. So he picks up 3, and it's going to be third down now. And about 5 for Suburban at their own 37. So they come out running the ball, and now Merkel again hands it to McWilliams. Nothing there. He is hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage, so McWilliams will go down for no gain, and it's going to leave us with a fourth down now and about 5 for Suburban. So we assume we're going to see a Fink's Garage punt here. Although I don't know. And now they run the punt team on, and they are going to have to hustle because the play clock is already running down. Suburban had issues getting plays off in time in the first half, and their clock's down to 13 already, and the guys are still kind of trotting onto the field. Dustin Knobb ready to kick it away if anybody will snap it to him. Play clock down to 5, and at 3, 2, and they do not get it off, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, delay a game. And apparently, I mean, they got the play clocks at the end of the stadium here. That didn't appear that anybody on the Suburban team was aware of that. So that'll move them back 5 to the 32-yard line, and it'll be punt away from there by Dustin Knobb.
And we saw that in the first half. They had a tough time. They had to waste 3 timeouts because of delay of game issues.
There's the snap, a little bit low, and Knobb gets it off the low kick, and it was caught right in the air by one of the guys to down it down there at the 44-yard line. So Spring Grove will start there 1st and 10 after the 3 and out on the part of the York Suburban Trojans, who came out trying to run it, and they did get a first down. DeJure Henderson had an 11-yard run on the first play, the best run that Suburban's had all night, and unable to move it after this. So it was not a 3 and out. I apologize. They did get a first down, but Spring Grove will have it now at their own 44, leading big here, 43-13, 9:59 left in the Maple Donuts third quarter.
Yeah, I anticipated to see the Trojans come out going to the air after the success they had on a lot of those slant patterns, but quite the contrary.
Messersmith hands it to Fulmer straight up the middle, and Sawyer Robertson meets him in the hole and drops him for a 1-yard loss. So Fulmer will go down for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. And Sawyer Robinson has played a nice defensive game in the middle linebacker, 6'2", $180 senior, and he stops Fulmer for a loss of 1 there.
Yeah, Robinson's really been sideline to sideline for this Trojans defense, and a big key for their success tonight, able to stop the Rockets from sustaining drives, but not stopping the Rockets from scoring.
Messersmith rolling right, firing it out. Oh, and the flat threw it behind Fulmer, and the only guy who really had a shot at that was one of the defenders, Isaac Speranza, and it bounced in front of him, so that is incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Rockets at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, dangerous pass right there, Jacob Messersmith. I think he's got 2 interceptions on the night already, and behind receiver again.
Nick Erickson, the starting quarterback, is on the bench. I see him sitting there now, number 10, without the pads on. He injured his lower right leg in the first half, so we hope that's not serious. The Rockets need him down the stretch for this season. They certainly are able to compete in Division I this year. On 3rd down, they hand it to Fulmer. Fulmer looking to run wide now, looking to get the corner, does, and cuts back, but is taken out of bounds there by Dustin Knobb. So it's a gain to the 47-yard line, a 48-yard line. He's about 2 yards short, picked up 9, and it's going to be 4th down and about 2 from there. We'll see what Spring Grove decides
Russ
to do.
Stoner's going to go for it.
Yeah, why not? You're up by 30. I mean, really. And you got 2 yards, actually not even 2. It's almost a long yard. Not the longest yard, but a long yard to make here. So, and Messersmith will line up in the gun. 9:13, clock stopped here in the third. And they snap it, pitch it deep to Fulmer. Fulmer looking to cut up, and he has the first down. Just got enough. Pretty well defensed by Suburban, but Fulmer stretched it out toward the 45, and that's going to be enough for the first down. So Suburban did a pretty good job of stringing that out, but Fulmer able to reach it across the chains and move the sticks there as he picked up 2 on the play, just inside the 46, so they'll move the sticks and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, 4 plays and just enough to get the first down, and these Rockets are rolling into Trojan territory, trying to rack up these points and get to the mercy rule.
Yeah, put it in the mercy rule. The clock will run then, other than timeouts and scores. Messersmith hands it off to Chisholm. Chisholm has a hole and puts his head, little guy, put his head down. He's going to pick up 12 down to the 33-yard line. And that is Autocolius Chisholm on the run, and nice run.
He's quick. He's got some good quick moves. Sticks his foot in the ground. He can go either direction.
Yep.
Change direction on a dime.
Ball at the 34-yard line now. Gain of 12 on the run, and 1st and 10. 8:40 on a turning clock in the third. Chisholm again and makes a cut in the backfield. This time dropped right about the line of scrimmage. Defended well in there again by Sawyer Robinson, who stayed at home in the hole and made the stop. So it's going to be 2nd down, about 10. Ball just shy of the Trojan 33.
A little more characteristic of what we thought we'd see from this offense. Keeping the ball on the ground, trying to get to the perimeter, using that zone read running game.
2nd and 10 now. Messersmith rolling to his right where he had 3 receivers, and he fires it way downfield for Anthony Badia, and I think he made the catch, and he did at the 4-yard line, so that's a 29-yard completion to Badia right at the sideline. Good grab by him. His first catch of the night sets the Rockets up 1st and goal. Tell you, Messersmith is awfully close to the line of scrimmage when he makes some of those throws.
He is. That's the best strike we've seen from him all night. A great pitch and catch.
So 1st and goal at the 4 for the Rockets here, looking to get us into the mercy rule here and take the lead beyond 35. Fulmer straight up the middle. He is hit by Robinson at the 2 and will go down about there, about the 1.5, 2-yard line. So Fulmer gains 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Robinson had some help also that time. Will Peters in on the hit. So it's 2nd and goal, ball at the 2-yard line. 7:45 left here, and the turning clock in the Maple Donuts third. 43-13, Spring Grove up big and looking for more.
Now, even Slavin, he's a tough football player, 6'1", 190-pound junior in the backfield beside Messersmith.
Messersmith in the gun, takes the snap, pitches it to Wareheim, who came through and dives into the end zone. Andy Wareheim came in motion. They pitched it to him, and Wareheim takes it into the end zone for another Spring Grove Rocket touchdown on a 2-yard run. And that will make it 49-13 with 7:26 left. And that will put us into the mercy rule here as they'll come out, and Lookenbaugh will attempt the PAT.
Great drive right there by Spring Grove. Keep it on the ground, 8 plays. And then they go deep and connect Anthony Badia with a big pass play. Able to capitalize for 6 afterwards.
Snap is there, and the PAT is blocked. I'll tell you what, it has been PATs have been the adventure tonight, but the 2-yard TD run by Wareheim makes it 49-13, 7:26 left in the third. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
You've been told that you'll just have to learn to live with it. It often begins with a slight tingling in your feet, but over time the tingling turns to numbness, burning, and pain. It's called peripheral neuropathy, and we know what you're going through. At Leader Heights Healthcare, a DTS pain center, we've developed a proven and highly successful treatment program that's not only safe and effective, it's covered by Medicare and most insurance plans. There is hope. Call Leader Heights Healthcare, 741-4848. Online, leaderheightshealthcare.com.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And our timeouts tonight brought to you by your neighborhood Surefine Markets. Got a Fast Signs kickoff coming, and then we will get our scoring recap courtesy of our friends at Yorktown Roofing and Siding. Well, we kind of anticipated this, but Suburban made some plays in the first half to hang in there for a while, but Spring Grove starting to really pour it on now, and we are into the mercy rule under PIAA rules. There's a kick by Luckenbaugh. This one will be fielded at about the 3 or 4 yard line, and coming up to the 20-yard line now, dancing there and hit by Slavin, but breaking a tackle and getting to the 26. Slavin still able to bring down Jimmy DeGlaris there. So 1st and 10 for Suburban, its own 26. Let's get our scoring recap.
And Suburban did a good job first half hanging around like a gnat at a barbecue, but the wheels are off, and Spring Grove is up by 36 points. And that last drive they went 8 plays, 56 yards in 2.5 minutes. And that drive was capped off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Adam Wareheim with 7 minutes and 10 seconds keeps ticking. Spring Grove 49, York Suburban 13.
All right, and again, the Suburban yet to break the huddle. Play clock down to 10 already, and I don't think they're going to get this play off. I really don't. They are disorganized here. Play clock at 4, and Merkel looks in the end zone, and he's going to have to take a timeout. So they have just had a tough time getting organized and getting the plays off. So Merkel taking the timeout to avoid the 5-yard penalty, 6:51 left, so the clock will stop. Again, the PIAA mercy rule is a 35-point lead. The clock will run now, other than a timeout called or when there's a score. Of course, an injury or something like that. But won't stop when they go out of bounds, won't stop for first downs, anything like that. So,
that's the 4th timeout that we've seen the Trojans take.
Yeah.
Due to the play clock running down and not being set, not getting the plays off in time. And
that one coming out of, they just got the kickoff. There's really not an excuse for that other than the guys just weren't ready to roll. Get you a GSLSC scoreboard update here. Old Berks Catholic starting to pull away from York Catholic in the third quarter, 31-10 now. Fairfield up 43-13 on Carson Long. Hempfield 22, Central 7 in the third. Gettysburg 33, Waynesboro 6 in the third. Eastern 51-0 over Hanover in the fourth. Wow, the Golden Knights are off to the roll. They'll be 3-0 after tonight. Get to the rest of them after this play. 1st and 10 now. Merkel in the gun, looking to throw. Fires it, and it's almost picked off. Hit his defender in the hands, but unable to come down with it that time. Marcus Kerr, defensive end, dropping into coverage, and boy, that could have been 6 the other way. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Rest of the scores, Biglerville 14, New Oxford 9 in the third. Lancaster Catholic up big on Littlestown 36-6 in the third. Northeastern 24-10 over Susquehannock in the fourth. Warriors gave them a game there. Penn Manor 28, Dallastown 3 in the fourth. That's a bit of a surprise. Redland 13-0 over Dover in the fourth. Now the Eagles struggling to score with some injuries. Their quarterback went down last week. And we'll get the rest of them after this play. 2nd and 10 now. Merkel in the shotgun, takes the snap. Sets, fires, glares. There's that little in pass. It's worked for him. He's at the 30, cuts the outside 35, has a first down 40, cuts to the middle of the field, puts his head down and gets to the 48-yard line of Spring Grove. They could just run that play all night. They'd be successful. It's 26 yards and a first down.
This is what you want to see from this Trojan offense. Continue to fight. And see them a little disorganized and not playing with a sense of urgency getting to the line, but they make good plays and they have a little bit more of a sense of urgency. Here they go.
3 wides, top one to the near side as the Trojans go right to left in the third. Into Rocket territory now. Merkel rolling right, firing, has his man out there. That is Brad Smith. Smith fights his way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll be 2nd down and 2 from there. So
this is a little bit more what I wanted to see out of the Trojans coming out of halftime. Is spread the field, make the defense play in space, make them cover 53 1/3 yards of the field, and try to manufacture some points.
2nd and 2 now, Merkel, and hands it to McWilliams. He's hit in the backfield and goes down. And, man, he had no chances blasting through. There were several defenders. Evan Greer leading the way. And they'll mark it at the 42. It's a loss of 2 for McWilliams. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 from there, as Trojans just struggling to run the football at all this season. So 3rd and 4 at the Rocket 42-yard line now. Clock turns, 4:40 left in the third. 49-13, Spring Grove is up. 3 wides to the near side. Merkel working out of the gun, takes the snap, rolls to his left, sets, fires, has his man. It's Colin Mailman down to the 36-yard line. That's going to be good for 8 yards and a first down.
Great job right there, taking advantage of the defense and coming back on the curl pattern. Easy pitch and catch for this quarterback and wide receiver. Another first down for the Trojans.
Going hurry up is Suburban now, as that's working for them. They've moved to a couple of first downs now into Rocket territory at the 31-yard line. A play fake and across the middle again to Glarus. There's a play they've been running all night. He's down to the 20-yard line. That's another 11 yards and another first down. Where in the heck has this been all night? This is a good-looking offense right now for the York Suburban Trojans.
Yeah, really moving the ball well. 6 plays, 3 first downs so far on this drive for York Suburban.
They are going hurry up, and they are set and ready to roll now. This is a team that had to take timeout 4 times because they couldn't beat the play clock. And Merkel under pressure and goes down back at the 27-yard line, blasting through for the sack. Nathan Young, a 5'10", 185-pound sophomore defensive tackle, and that's going to be a loss of 6. They mark it back at the 26, so it'll be 2nd and 16 from there.
Yeah, you imagine you see some attitude coming out of this defense, getting beat down the field like it's happening right now. They started at the 26-yard line of the York Suburban, and now they're at the 26-yard line of the Rockets.
Now the play clock running down again here at 15. This is when Suburban gets bogged down. They had to huddle up now, and they get to the line of scrimmage. They got 10 on the play clock, so they ought to be able to get this one off if they can get lined up correctly. Merkel in the gun, 2nd and 16. And a flag flies from the umpire. And he's talking to the referee. I'm not sure what. Merkel says it's against Spring Grove. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Somebody say something? Maybe they were trying to mimic the snap count.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that could be. You can't do that. So that's going to be a 15-yarder and a first down. Yeah, because it came from the umpire before the ball was snapped, and he's behind the defensive line. So I got to believe somebody was trying to mimic that snap count and get one of the offensive linemen to jump. So that'll be a 1st and 10 now down at the Rocket 13-yard line.
Yeah, Spring Grove fell victim to the flag bug, penalty bug in the first half, having 7 penalties. That just accumulated 8 for the game tonight.
2:40 on a turning clock in the third. 49-13 Spring Grove, but Suburban driving. Merkel, a little shovel pass here now. McWilliams inside the 10, inside the 5. McWilliams into the end zone. Leon McWilliams carried the defender in the last couple of yards. So the little shovel pass that time, and that's what you'd like to see out of Suburban on a little, the game's out of hand, but good play that time to McWilliams from Merkel, and a 13-yard little shovel pass touchdown, and that'll make it 49-19. And that has to make these guys feel good that they came out here and moved it down the field.
Yeah, great job. 5.5 minutes on that drive. 7 plays, capped off with a 13-yard touchdown run by Liam McWilliams. Great job by Suburban.
A PAT kick is up and through by Atkinson, so 2:30 left in the Maple Donuts third. Spring Grove 49, Suburban 20. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
When it's time for preventive maintenance on your vehicle, don't take it to just anyone. At Fink's Garage, you know you found a name you can trust. We're a Napa Auto Care Center located at the rear of 929 Linden Avenue in York, and the technicians we employ are trained professionals. We hope knowing that we're here to serve you gives you peace of mind. Call us at 854-5175 for an appointment. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us fix your car at Fink's.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, we're back at Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong here in the Maple Donuts third quarter. That score came, by the way, in the Jack Jean Ball Dealers red zone for York Suburban, and we will get that scoring recap from Yorktown Roofing and Siding in just a moment. But first, we have the Fast Signs kickoff from Jonas Atkinson. Well, that's got to make Jeremy Jones and the coaching staff feel good. These guys came out and played with a little bit of life here, even though the game's out of hand. That's what you want to see.
Absolutely. It makes the game a lot more fun for these Trojans, even though they still are down 29 points.
Atkinson approaches the ball and kicks it along the ground and went through the first guy's legs and picked up now by Slavin at about the 28. And he comes to the near sideline now and gets around Brad Smith. Smith dives at him and brings him down around the 45-yard line. So pretty good return by Slavin as everybody went to the other side. And Spring Grove again in good field position in its own 45. And now our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Yeah, good job with York Suburban Trojans staying in the game, and they continue to improve as we see them go along. On that last drive, they went 7 plays in 5.5 minutes, 74 yards. It was capped off with a 13-yard touchdown run by Leon McWilliams, who we've seen have some tough runs tonight.
Yeah.
York Suburban 20, Spring Grove 49.
At the 46 now, and Messersmith gives it to Wareheim on that little flanker running through, but this time they were kind of waiting for him. He does stretch it out for a gain of 4. The stop made by Teague Hoffman there, but Wareheim picks up 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 from midfield. Get to the rest of our scoreboard update here in a moment. We kind of got interrupted, so we'll actually start at the beginning because a lot of the scores have changed. We'll get it after this play, though. 2nd and 6, clock runs. We're in the mercy roll. $1:45 left. The mercy roll team's up by 35. Under the PIAA rules, the clock runs other than timeouts, scores, or injuries. 2nd and 6, and they give it to Fulmer. Fulmer cuts up on the right side, has a first down the near sideline at the 40, cuts inside to about the 28-yard line, and that's going to be the mark of the 29. It's a gain of 21 yards for Shea Fulmer, and a first down for the Spring Grove Rockets.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays you expect the Spring Grove Rockets to make. Get on the edge, get those zone reads, give it off to the running back, and Shea Fulmer getting loose once again. Adecolius Chisholm comes into the backfield now. He's had some nice runs tonight. 1st and 10 at the 29 now. And Messersmith hands it off to Chisholm. Chisholm makes a cut. Flag flies. Probably going to be a hold. Chisholm got down to about the 25, but the referee threw it in the backfield. That will stop the clock while they sort out the penalty. And it is a hold against Spring Grove, so that'll move him back. The flag's at the 31. It'll be 10 yards from there, and it'll be to the 41, so it's going to be 1st and 22 for the Rockets from there. Get you some scores. 4th quarter here from GSLSC. Berks Catholic 38, York Catholic 10. Irish hung with them for a half. Fairfield 49, Carson Long 12 in the 4th, so the Green Knights will go to 2-1. Hempfield 22, Central 7 in the 4th. Panthers in danger of going 0-3. Gettysburg 41, Waynesboro 6. We'll have the Gettysburg Warriors at Dover next week, so make sure you're here with us for that one. And get the rest of the scores in a moment here. 1st and 22 now. Spring Grove at the Suburban 41-yard line. Messersmith gives it to Fulmer straight up the middle and has some room to run, gives a stiff arm and all the way down. The ball came out late. They ripped it out of there, and Suburban has it. And that is what you do defensively. One guy had him stood up. The second guy came in and ripped it out of there. Now we have a flag flying late, so there's going to be some kind of an unsportsmanlike penalty, but it's Suburban ball regardless. It was a 14-yard gain for Fulmer before the fumble came out of there. I think that was a junior safety, Dustin's knob right there, pulling the ball out. Great job by him. Great awareness.
Dan Strong, the defensive tackle, hustling down to make the hit, and, that's what you do defensively. That was a good play. Now we'll see who the penalty is against. Looks like Suburban, the way they're going to walk it off. So, for some frustration, I'm sure, on what's going on here in the season so far as well as tonight, but you hate to see that after a good defensive play. Now they're going to step it all the way back to the 13-yard line, so Suburban will start there. It was after the play, so they get the fumble, but now they lose 15 yards. Other scores, Eastern 58, Hanover nothing in the 4th. Golden Knights about to go to 3-0. Biglerville 21, New Oxford 9 in the 4th. Lancaster Catholic 42, Littlestown 6 in the 4th. Northeastern 31-10 over Susquehannock in the 4th. That was a close game at halftime. Penn Manor 35-3 over Dallastown in the 4th. Wow, didn't see that one coming. Merkel will go from the gun now. 3 wides to the near side, and he takes the snap. Looks to throw under pressure, fires it out here, and DeGlaris unable to make the catch. Merkel had to throw that one in a hurry as 3 guys were in the backfield that time, and DeGlaris unable to stop and come back and get it. So it's incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down and 10, and they stop the clock now with 6.8 seconds left. So they don't usually stop it once the mercy rule's going here.
We can't run the clock, Ron.
No, we can't. Oh, and there's a roughing the passer. That's why there was a penalty. I did not see the flag. Roughing the passer against Spring Grove. So that's what happened there. So that'll move it, get them back to 15 they lost on the unsportsmanlike out to the 29, and it will be 1st and 10 from there for the York Suburban Trojans. That's the end of the 3rd, though. After 3, Spring Grove 49, Suburban 20. The fourth quarter brought to you by York Mitsubishi comes your way next. You're listening to the York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on WOYK1350.com and GameTimePA.com.
Hit the road during the kickoff event at Jack G and Bubba Buick GMC. Drive a 2014 Buick Encore for only $149 a month. Or how about a 2014 GMC Sierra Double Cab SLE 4x4? Just $279 a month. Hit the road with Jack G and Bubba Buick GMC during the kickoff event happening now. Route 30, York, or online at gmbubbo.com.
Payment based on qualifying 39-month lease with $5,000 down includes all rebates, including GM Conquest for current owners or lessees of a 1999 or newer non-GM vehicle. Tax and tax additional. See dealer for complete details.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Starting the fourth quarter here, Spring Grove 49 and Suburban 20. Trying to give you these scores for a while. Let's get some of the rest of them. Dover's on the board. The Eagles had been shut out, but it's 13-7. Dover trailing Redland in the fourth now. We mentioned the Eagles, a lot of injuries. We'll have them next week at home. They host Gettysburg in Gettysburg's first league game in the YAAA. Bermudian defeats Shippensburg 21-0. Our first final of the night. Fourth quarter, Carlisle 34, Southwestern 23. Mustangs in danger going 0-3. And we'll get to the rest of them here in a minute. First and 10, Suburban, their own 29 as we start the York Mitsubishi fourth.
On the defensive special teams side of the ball, as a safety, Ian Slavin blocked the punt for a safety. Spring Grove took the lead 36, York Suburban 13 with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first half.
Your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY to schedule your next heating oil or propane delivery. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Hello, Maple Donuts. Mabel speaking.
Maple?
No, Mabel. I work for Maple.
Oh, they sound the same.
Yeah, I get that a lot. What can I do for you?
What kinds of Maple Donuts are there?
What kinds of Maple Donuts?
Yeah, you know, what kinds of flavors does Maple Donuts have?
Are you serious? Maple Donuts has 58 varieties. You know that, right?
Well, yeah. See, I'm a teacher, and I wanted to celebrate back to school by taking a dozen Maple Donuts into the teacher's lounge.
Listen, Teach, I really think you ought to just come in and see for yourself.
Well, in order to find out what everyone would like, I'm creating a multiple choice sheet.
Sounds like homework to me, but whatever, okay. Here we go.
I'm ready.
Glazed cream filled, cookies and cream, cinnamon buns, toasted coconut, maple caramel, maple bacon, apple dandy, chocolate devil's food, chocolate peanut covered. You still there?
Phew, still with you.
Peach, jelly filled, blueberry, vanilla icing with sprinkles, chocolate icing with sprinkles, Long John's French, Crullers, Bavarian. You really want me to keep going?
No. I think I better come in.
Yeah, like Charlie Donut always says, you gotta see the selection to believe it.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate.
At a 2-1 with a 56-20 win over the York Suburban Trojans. Our final stats now courtesy of Shipley Energy for Suburban. Leon McWilliams had 7 carries, just 5 net yards. Thomas Merkel, 7 for a -16. DeJure Henderson, 6 for 15. Colin Mailman, 1 for -5. Teague Hoffman, 1 for -4. Sawyer Robertson, 2 for -3, so they were 24 carries, -8 yards rushing, again in the negative column for Suburban tonight, and that is a problem for them. Through the air, Merkel had an impressive night, 12 of 26, 208 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jimmy DeGlaris was 1 of 1 on the flanker option pass, 40 yards and a touchdown. Sawyer Robinson, 2 of 2 for 57 yards and a touchdown, no touchdown there. So overall, 15 of 29, 305 yards passing tonight for Suburban, 297 total yards. Colin Mailman, 3 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown. Brad Smith, 1 catch for 8. Jimmy DeGlaris, 7 catches, 129 yards tonight. Impressive on that little slant route he ran. Teague Hoffman, 1 catch, 53 yards. Leon McWilliams, 3 catches for 25 yards and a 13-yard touchdown. For Spring Grove, Shea Fulmer, 15 carries, 140 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the ground tonight. Nick Erickson, 6 carries, 54 yards. Zach Stauffer, 1 for 0. Evan Greer, 1 for 2. Jacob Messersmith, 3 for -6. Otacalius Chisholm, 4 carries, 29 yards. Andy Wareheim, 2 for 6 and a touchdown. And Anthony Badilla, 2 carries, 24 yards. 35 carries, 261 yards tonight on the ground for Spring Grove. Through the air, Nick Erickson, before he got hurt, was 2 of 2 for 24 yards. We hope he's able to come back. Spring Grove will need him down the stretch. Jacob Messersmith in relief, 4 of 12 tonight, 125 yards. Did have 2 touchdowns as well as 2 interceptions. 6 of 14 for 149 yards passing and 410 total yards for Spring Grove tonight. Logan Hall, 4 catches, 67 yards, including a 34-yard touchdown. Anthony Badilla, 1 catch for 29 yards. Shea Fulmer, 1 catch, 53 yards, and a touchdown. And those are your final stats from Shipley Energy. Take our final break, come back with our quality digital office technology player of the game and our post-game York Traditions Bank scoreboard show after this.
For over 30 years, Quality has lived up to its name by providing the best solutions, service, and support for all of your office technology and furnishing needs in South Central Pennsylvania. From copy systems to network sales and custom programming or web design, let Quality help improve your workflow. Moving or looking to upgrade your work environment? Contact Quality to speak to our interior design specialist. When you're in the market for digital office technology, think of the knowledge, experience, and passion for excellence that defines Quality. And as always, have a quality day.
I'm Dr. Mike Bowser. I'm the owner of Bowser Dental Arts. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer for about 8 years. I do primarily general dentistry with a lot of cosmetics and reconstruction. It's just like any small business. There are ebb and flow to cash flow. Things have to be structured and so the technology advancements are affordable, and that's where the bank comes in. I like York Traditions Bank because what I want is a professional relationship, a partnership in business. They are extremely customer-oriented, above and beyond any relationship that I ever had with any other bank. They know me. Patients won't return or won't come to me unless they trust me and unless they feel that I'm honest and looking out for their own best interests. And I think those are the exact same qualities that York Traditions exemplifies.
Large enough to help you build your business, small enough to build a relationship. York Traditions Bank.
Any bank can keep your money for you. Not every bank helps you with your dreams, though. And not every bank builds relationships the way York Traditions has.
Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Okay, we are back at Papermaker Stadium one final time as Spring Grove wins it big tonight, 56-20 over York Suburban. Time now for our quality digital office technology player of the game.
That's right. It goes to senior running back. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds, number 6, Shea Fulmer. Went 15 carries for 140 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 catch for 53 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 total touchdowns. Kudos to that running back.
All right. He is our player of the game now. Our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard for you. A lot of finals from the area tonight. Berks Catholic running away from York Catholic in the second half. 51-17 the final, but that was a close game at halftime. So the Irish hung in there well into the second half with a really good team. Fairfield goes to 2-1. The Irish now drop to 1-2 on the season. Fairfield goes to 2-1 on the year with a 49-20 win over Carson Long. Hempfield drops Central 22-7, so the Panthers and Brad Livingston 0-3 to start the year. Gettysburg defeats Waynesboro 48-6. We'll have the Warriors in their first league game in the York Adams League next week at Dover. Make sure you're with us for that one at 6:30. Eastern goes to 3-0 with a 58-0 win over Hanover. Biglerville defeats New Oxford 21-15. Lancaster Catholic over Littlestown 49-19. Northeastern goes to 3-0. The Bobcats 31-10 over Susquehannock as the Warriors continue looking for their first win. Penn Manor big over Dallastown 35-3. So the Wildcats drop to 2-1 on the year. Redland over Dover 27-7. That was 13-7 in the fourth. So the Eagles will host Gettysburg next week. Still looking for some offense. They've had a lot of injuries. Bermudian over Shippensburg 21-0. Carlisle 34. Southwestern 23. The Mustangs are 0-3. St. Paul's School, which Gareth found out is from Maryland, defeating DeLone tonight 41-20. In the fourth quarter, West York 38. Red Lion 27 as the Bulldogs look to go 2-1. And Kennerdale over York Tech 30-12. And that is your York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard show. That, again, is going to wrap it up for us from Papermaker Stadium in Spring Grove. The final, Spring Grove 56, York Suburban 20. Don't forget Central PA game day tomorrow morning with Wayne McCullough at 9 o'clock. He'll wrap it up for you and get your sports weekend started. And next Friday night, 6:30 from Dover, as the Eagles host the Warriors of Gettysburg. Now for Liz Wagner on the video for Game Time PA, my partner Gareth Hissong, I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOYK's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution, bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night. High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Listen on the go with the WOYK mobile apps and online at WOYK1350.com. And make sure to tune in every Saturday morning at 9.